Yes, Spurs fans, welcome back to the Irish Hotspur here. We are descending into the forest, and hopefully we can commit some deforestation, this time under Thomas Frank. And apparently Davis told me that the club for Spurs has set out some scarves for the away fans, because we were joking on the members preview with you guys that I wonder if there's more of a rivalry just between the club administrations, not as much maybe the fan bases, because I think Forest fans are pretty passionate. I think we can admire that. But I think, of course, there's been some drama with the fact that Morgan Gibbs White's situation definitely did not go the way we wanted it to. We, of course, as well have seen two previous Spurs managers take on the job at Forest as well. So it's just been a bit of a funny one between us and them in terms of at least club administrations maybe not having the most love for each other. And of course, the managers, though, in contrast, have a lot of love for each other. We were joking on the members preview about there is a bit of a love affair between Thomas Frank and Sean Dyche. Hopefully they can put that aside and try to get the best, performance out of their players, and also try to get one over each other. And we'll see, Dave. I mean, the craziest thing when waking up this morning was that, Thomas Frank, for maybe once in the entire season, maybe once in his life, I'm not even sure, has made no rotation. Sorry, I was about to say he has made a rotation. He's made no rotations. Absolutely crazy. Don't scratch your eyes here, everybody. It has happened. Thomas Frank has gone with the same lineup, and pretty much the one that he's been using for the last week or so. Minus
the one that beat Brentford, exact same lineup.
And then even, the one against Slavia Prague didn't have too much rotation. And you were kind of worried, is he going to go for a lot of rotation for your next Premier League game, of course, after a European night and a big win? But he hasn't. He's gone for what could be, at least in the time being, dependent on form and, of course, dependent on injuries, maybe the team that has the most confidence in, which, of course, includes a Xavi Simons, who has kind of been a revelation in the last week. And I think Archie Gray, who I think maybe more quietly has also put in some really solid performances. But Dave, I mean, I think we're pretty satisfied with the lineup. I think this is what we want to see. It's just maybe the big call, and I agree with you. The big call was maybe playing Archie Gray again in this game. Xavi Simons was a must-need, but you were kind of making a case for Joao Palhinha, and I think I was sort of in the same boat as you.
Yeah, I was looking at it and I was like, the guy just can't help himself but make one change. He's going to have to. And look, thank God he didn't, but that was part of my thinking around Joao Palhinha coming in, but also maybe just to give us that little bit more protection. But he hasn't done that. He's thrown his trust in Archie Gray, which, that's the last two Premier League games now that Joao Palhinha hasn't started. Does that throw into doubt us maybe signing him on the permanent this summer? That'll be interesting to see. But look, I think Archie Gray has earned it, Jack. If you look at his stats over the last couple of games, he's done all of his defensive duties in terms of interceptions and all tackles, all that sort of stuff. But as his passes forward, passes into the final 30, has that probably bit more quality on the ball than maybe Joao Palhinha, to be fair to Archie Gray. When you see him on the ball, he doesn't usually lose it. He doesn't really give it away, and that's probably why he's in here over Bergvall as well. Big difference between him and Bergvall is I think Archie Gray is a bit tidier in possession. So, fair play to the kid. And another big question I had around it, would he throw his trust in Archie Gray in an away game against a very physical Nottingham Forest team? And you look at their midfield today, it's exactly what we expected. Elliot Anderson, Gibbs White, Sangare. So it's going to be physical. It'd be interesting to see how Archie Gray can handle that, because if you look at Elliot Anderson, for instance, him and Gray were in the same under-21 team, but Elliot Anderson has kicked on. He's gone into the England senior team. And Archie Gray's sort of been waiting for that moment, for that run of games to sort of show that he can sort of go in the same trajectory. So it'll be interesting. It's a huge night for the kid, and hopefully he takes it, Jack. Interestingly, though, they have gone with Callum Hudson-Odoi over on the left, and they've moved Omari Hutchison over onto the right-hand side, which shows they do see Pedro Porro as a weakness, and I expect them to hit balls down that side into Callum Hudson-Odoi and get him to run at Pedro Porro. So Pedro Porro's in for a big afternoon here. It's not going to be an easy game for him, but likewise, if we can dictate the possession, because that is what Frank says he wants to do, right? These are his words. He's expecting these players to be front-footed, aggressive, and brave and offensive. So, in fairness to the lineup that he selected, it seems like that's the way we're going to approach the game. And if we can push them back, it'll help Pedro Porro out massively. And I'm really happy with the front line as well, Jack. For me right now, I think that's our best front line. I know people get frustrated with Richarlison, but at the end of the day, he's the club's top goal scorer.
Yeah, he's been scoring.
No other club will sit there top goal scorer on the bench, so he's going to play in 18 goals in his last 24 starts. And I'd argue, the key to getting the best out of him is just getting him in the box for, getting in between the posts. But the key is playing the right three in front of him. The three that can get on the ball, take
Yeah.
Richarlison out of the build-up play and say, you just stick to getting in the box and making runs in behind. We'll get a hold of the ball. We'll do all the creation. And I'm delighted to see Xavi Simons back in that number 10. I think he's proved to Thomas Frank, you're a better team with me in it, and I solve a lot more headaches and problems for you than when you bench me. And I'm also delighted to see Mwani out on the left-hand side, because when I think back to the two games between Slavia Prague and Brentford, Jack, the big difference for me is when you look at Slavia Prague, they got a lot more counterattacks, a lot more shots and goal. And that's because we gave away the ball an awful lot, and Udberg gave away the ball an awful lot. Whereas with Mwani, he doesn't give it away anywhere near as much, which means we can recycle possession, he can create and stuff like that, which just makes us sustain pressure more, be, a
Yeah.
lot more dangerous moving forward and stuff like that. And it also stops us from getting countered as heavily because he's able to keep hold of that ball up there. So I think the right call. I'm really excited to go at them today. At the end of the day, we all sugar Nakas and his motley crew one jack. We are dressed as lumberjacks today to go and commit some deforestation. And I'd argue the fact that the club have put scarves on every away fan seat today also shows that they want to get one over on this fucker. They're not happy with what he pulled against us in the summer. And I think the flags are there to let them know and rub it in their faces that we're there loud and proud today. And I think they've probably also called Thomas Frank in and said, Frank, you're not making any rotations today. The exact same team that went out against Brentford is what's going out there today because we want to go and win the game. So that's probably why we haven't seen any rotations. He's probably been told not to.
And if you haven't done any of your Christmas tree shopping or anything like that, you can just wait until after this game because we will be committing that deforestation. You can take one home with you from the Nottingham Forest area, of course. I think that was really good player analysis and tactical analysis there, Dave. And I think with Kolo Muani, also in comparison to Odegaard, like you say, he's a bit stronger on the ball, maybe less prone to losing it in a bad area. But also, I mean, I think Odegaard is definitely not a guy that I would accuse of not working hard. But Kolo Muani,
No.
like I've said to you, of course, he's probably been one of our most, if not our most skilled and most talented player on the ball in terms of the forward line. But he's also been, I think, hands down, our hardest working player at the same time. I really have nothing but really good remarks for Kolo Muani. He probably works that bit harder off of the ball than Odegaard does because he's every time when we look like we're sort of asking someone to, make a sort of a press or just sort of put some pressure on the back line, you just see Kolo Muani just always busting his ass or busting along, to put pressure on a goalkeeper or on a fullback. He just never seems to stop running, really. And it's crazy because, like I said, for a guy that you would say is just more skilled and more talented on the ball than pretty much the rest of the players in that forward line, I would say he's also been the hardest working player too. So in a game like this away from home, you need guys like that too.
Spot on. He gets back, he helps out Jed Spence, and one thing I like about Mwani, whereas I think, compared to Udebur, he's more physical.
Yeah, exactly.
So he can help you more defensively in that regard as well. Not only that, if they do want to press us, we can go long ball into him, he's able to take it in and stuff like that. But, another option is that a lot of our creativity does naturally come from the right hand side, even if we don't naturally try that sometimes. It just naturally, that's where the best quality seems to come from. Mwani then can get into the box as well, and he's a much bigger target to try and find than someone like Wilson Odegaard. So he almost doubles up as a striker when he gets in off the left hand side. But I'd argue I don't think Mwani has been helped, Jack, by Thomas Frank. Same with Xavi Simons. He kept on chopping and changing Xavi Simons, putting him in, taking him out, stuff like that. It's only since he's given him a bit of fit and run a game, Xavi Simons has shown that he's producing what many Spurs fans thought he would when we brought him in. It's the same with Juan. He's played him up front, off the left, took him out after good games and stuff like that. And it's just like, the guy has the quality. Put him in a position for a run of games and let him go and shine. Let him go and prove it.
Yeah.
So hopefully now this is the left-hand spot because he can't keep continuing this rotation out on the left-hand side. Even those who love rotation, Johnson, Udebur, Tell, Bergval, Richarlison and Mwani. That's like 6 or 7 different options that have played left-hand side alone this season. That's not normal, that's not natural, and that can't continue to happen. So hopefully Mwani's given the run of games now and he can go and prove his quality.
Well, maybe for Christmas, what Thomas Frank wants and maybe what he might deliver to Spurs fans is more of a settled lineup in terms of what he might think might be the best to move with going forward. Just maybe another quick thing that you mentioned, I think that's interesting that you say that Elliot Anderson, right, has sort of made that move, to Forest, but has been able to
Mm.
take it. Of course, he probably didn't want to leave Newcastle, but he's gone to Forest very bravely and has taken it in stride. And I actually, forgot that him and Archie Gray were playing in that same 20 under 21s team. I think probably, to Archie Gray's credit, though, I think he's still only like 19 years of age, whereas probably Elliot Anderson, I think, might be like
Slightly
23.
older.
Yeah, he's like 23 or something. But it just sort of says, again, Archie Gray nailing down a starting role at 19 at Spurs ahead of someone like Joao Polina. You can only say, the kid is definitely
Yeah.
growing in confidence, and hopefully he can just continue to play well. And that would be pretty impressive, considering just again how early he is in his career. And also, I think to Xavi Simons, right? I think Xavi Simons, he's come in with a big marquee signing, and we sometimes forget as
Mm.
well just how young he is. I think he's also like 21 years of age, 20 years of age still, but he's a bit like a Neymar or someone where I feel like we've known about him for like a long
Yeah.
time, despite how young he is. People have known about him since he was like 12, 10 years old, but
Yeah.
I think
10. Yeah.
he is like 20 or 21 still, when I was looking it up the other day. So it's also just something crazy to think about that. Thomas Frank, I know they're not from our academy or anything like that, but they are still young players. And these two young players in the last week have given Spurs fans something to get behind and also have just improved the football dramatically. Archie Gray and Xavi Simons,
Mm.
being the two young players, even though there are a lot of more experienced heads, especially in the forward line, Richarlison, Kolomoani, Kudus offer a bit more experience. It's really been these two kids in the last week that, in my book, have probably been the players of the week, if you will.
Yeah.
Archie Gray and Xavi
You
Simons.
could,
Fair play. Very young guys, too.
well, you could argue, Jack, that they're sort of behind Spurs' mini renaissance right now.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
with Xavi Simons, look, it's one thing doing it at home. Can you turn up on an away day against a Sean
True.
Dyche team that's low
True.
block, well organized, stuff like that, and carve them up? And it's a huge test for Xavi Simons to earn that trust away from home, because usually you're carrying a number 10 player away from home out of possession. With Xavi Simons, you don't say that. But, in order for him to keep being justified and peaked away from home, he has to keep producing. And, these are games that we've brought him in for, to unlock these sort of doors, to unlock these sort of problems. And he's made a good go of it so far. He brings everybody across that front line into play, which keeps them honest. But for me, we've got to service the two wingers today. We have to service them as much as possible. That is Nottingham Forest's weakness. They're two wing backs. They're two full backs. If we can get at them, then you're pulling the Milinkovic out. You're pulling the Murillo out into areas where they start to feel a little bit uncomfortable. And that's the key to unlocking these today and finding a route to go.
Love that. Let's get to some of the lovely people in the house.
Yeah.
Of course, if you haven't seen the lineup, it is on screen for you guys there, but let's get to some people in here. Shemi Tan saying, afternoon, Jack and Dave. Heading out for an afternoon dog walk. Hopefully we'll be back in time for the start. If not, I need your lovely dulcet tones to keep me informed on the game, lads. Hopefully nothing too crazy goes on in the first opening minutes so that we don't freak out the dog while you're out there, Shemi Tan. But hopefully it's some nice weather. You get to enjoy a good walk as well. Big up to you, Shemi Tan. Really appreciate you. We also have, I think it's Tekken, saying, come on, new Spurs, going to be a baptism of fire for Archie Gray in midfield. That and for Xavi Simons. I think Dave made a fair point there that I didn't think about. Xavi Simons has, given us lots to get behind, but the two performances have been at home. Granted, it's almost like playing at home for us this season is like playing away from home, it feels like, for Spurs. But yes, going into a difficult atmosphere, it's kind of like Leeds, or in maybe Newcastle, I would say Nottingham Forest, probably up there with some of the more difficult atmospheres to go into, and we'll see if he can be able to handle it. Xavi Simons and Archie Gray, to be fair. So big up to you, Tekken. Logan THFC, good to see you as well. Sam forgot to say thank you for the gifted membership, whoever it was, much appreciated. Absolute legend. Lazy 8 with 2 funny comments. And morning, lads. I woke up to the hood covered in some white stuff. No, not that kind of white stuff. I'm taking it as a good sign. Up the lily whites. There's plenty of different kinds of white stuff, so maybe you do have to be specific, Lazy 8. And then he's also saying, Jacko, do you remember seeing the Forest fans being escorted into M17 before the match a couple of years ago? Mouth breathing knuckle draggers to him, man. That was honestly one of the luckiest days, Nick, to be able to go to a game with you, but also just to have those incredible seats that up close as well. It really was an absolute privilege. So thank you so much, man. But I actually remember, I think it was after the AC Milan game with Antonio Conte. And I remember, Spurs were not in a good place. I think Antonio Conte was only like weeks away probably from being sacked as well. And I remember joking to some of the Forest fans because there were just so many of them that had shown up and were sort of in and around the Spurs pubs, bravely so. They were in and around the Spurs pubs. I think they were at the Antwerp Arms, whereas maybe some of the other pubs are a bit more exclusively like only Spurs fans are allowed. But I think at the Antwerp, they do allow, fans of different clubs to be there. And I remember joking to a Forest fan. I was like, geez, they must smell blood in the water with how many of them are over at this game, really, because Spurs were not in a good way. And to be fair, though, we saw one of the best ones I think you could ever see, really, as a traveling American fan. That was an incredible performance. I remember from Richarlison, and I remember there
Yeah.
was another player on that day that actually had a really good performance as well. Maybe it was like a Pedro Porro or someone who was finally showing that maybe he can defend. I think it was something like that where he actually had a decent performance that day. Because remember, Pedro Porro was under a lot of pressure going into that, and boy, have times changed since then. But thank you so much, Nick, for that wonderful day. And
Enjoy the snow.
Enjoy the snow. Big up to you, Lazy A. Really appreciate you, Nick. Hopefully you're having a good Sunday and had a good weekend in general. J Mac, big up to you. Good to see you. William Webb saying big up, guys. A tough game ahead tonight. My head says a draw. My heart says a win. I think what tonight is hopefully seeing similar performance to what we've been given against Brentford and Slavia Prague. Like, I think Forest are going to be a tougher test than Brentford or Slavia Prague. But like I said before, I do feel like this Nottingham Forest team, despite being good, I think they're also beatable. I don't think they're any juggernauts or anything like that, but I think they're a good test, a good barometer, especially away from home. Definitely not an easy place to go to as well. So I think it would just be another test to see if we're starting to gather some momentum and if Spurs are maybe starting to kind of figure things out a little bit more. Because right now we're smack dab middle in the table. So it's one of those where it's hard to know what kind of team we are at the minute. And it's funny to be saying that, around the December period, but we've shown some signs of brilliance in the beginning of the season. We slipped away very, very hard. And then the last week, it's been a lot more to get behind and a lot more to be positive about. So if we grab a win today and at least see, I think, a positive performance as well, I think that could go a very long way for Spurs fans.
What I will say is I think Frank deserves a bit of credit here, actually, because he sort of hasn't made the rotations. He sort of stayed away from it for one reason or another, which I think is a good thing. And I think he's given us the best possible chance of backing up and going 3 wins on the bounce today and, putting in a good performance, by not making these rotational changes. And hopefully he's rewarded. Hopefully we win today, because then it shows to him he doesn't need to keep making these rotations. Maybe he has stumbled upon his best 11 and that we start seeing it a bit more consistently. And when you do that, you'll start putting more points on the board consistently. The fact that we've been so up and down, you would argue, when you're chopping and changing all the time, it leads to that.
Yeah.
So he's given us the best opportunity today to go and double down and make this 3 wins on the bounce. So fair play to him.
Absolutely. Jay Bear, good to see you, John. Hopefully everything's all right with you, my friend. Say good morning, all. Good day for 3 points. Let's hope Great is up for it. You better be up for it. It's going to be a big test today, John. Hopefully he's wide awake. Tom Lowry, good to see you as well. Arch in the 8 has worked very well. So glad to see some consistency for once. I do think we need Paulinho, though, but it's a nice problem to have. Yeah, that's a way to look at it, right? It's like maybe Paulinho would be a good call for a game like this. That physicality that might be needed, defending their, very physical play style and also just breaking up counterattacks, because I do think that's sort of how Forest play. I think they're a very counterattacking side, and having Paulinho there is sort of the right player, I think, to be there to combat that. But Archie Gray at the same time, right, deserves this opportunity to play again. So like you say there, I think it's good problems to be talking about. It's good that we're talking about one or the other in this sort of type of scenario. Like, it's not like one is so much better choice than the other. Like, you could see logic in both, and that's good problems to have. Well said, Tom. Queen Ellie saying, Dave and Jack, you're always got the knack to put smiles on our faces, boys, because you're always on point and always super coys. Thank you, Ellie. Very, very nice. That's the poet in me, she says. Yeah, very poetic from you, Ellie. Really appreciate it.
I actually don't feel super coys today. I didn't get any of my top striding time, so I've no Spurs gear on me. I've only got my Ireland top on, so I feel a bit naked today.
Yeah.
But I'd rather feel a bit naked than have the flu going into Christmas, to be honest with you. I'm not wearing a wet top.
Do you still have a chirpy or anything that maybe you can, like, you could almost like tape it to your chest or something like that, or just, maybe
stitch it to my shoulder,
stitch it into your Ireland top, or just maybe be clutching it in your hand, during the game, the chirpy, choking it out.
Hopefully Richie will be chirpy today, Jack. That'd be
Seriously.
nice.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Get the chirpy out when Richie scores a goal.
A training top is delicious, by the way. You would look
Yeah.
good in that, Jacko.
I feel like I could waste 2,000 pounds, at
You'd
the
look good
Spurs
in that.
shop if I
I'd see
could.
you.
I'd buy the whole shop. Lesser known, morning Jack and Dave. Really big up to you, lesser known. Cypress Spurs is in here. Brett Loft as well. Big up to you, Brett Loft. Hopefully everything's all right with you. Joff
Big games.
Totten in Perth. Big up to Joff. Hopefully everything's all right with you, my friend. Really appreciate your support. Daniel Larson saying, big up, lads. Let's smash the likes today. Big game today. Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that, Daniel.
Come on, Spurs.
Iceman's in here. Big up, Ricky. Hopefully you're all right, Ricky. Saying also everyone in the chat hoping for a win today. I'm going for a 3-1 Spurs. Colo, Richie Kudus on the score sheet. Come on, you Spurs. Chop down that Forest. Big up, right, Ricky. Hopefully you're all right, my friend. Shawnee Maddox saying your flop of the season, Jack. Oh, yeah, I think I actually had Archie Gray. This is my flop of the season. Looking like a bit of a howler there, Shawnee Maddox. And he's saying this team looks very settled. Love that, Shawnee Maddox.
Yeah.
And lesser known.
I didn't think Shawnee was one for settled team, Jack. I thought he loved rotating.
Yeah, no, he loves stability, Dave. He's liking a stable lineup. That's what he's gotten with. Truth be told, big up to you. Hopefully you're all right, Truth. Alvarez Fasare as well. Thank God Gary Neville isn't commentating on our game today. Always can be thankful for that. AK Shags, big up to you, AK. Hopefully everything's all right with you. Tyler saying, where's my GOAT, Palhinha? He has been arguably the player of the season, right? But Archie Gray's in fine bit of form right now, Tyler, to be fair. And everyone wanted to see more attacking football. I think part of that is down to, of course, Xavi Simons coming into the team, but I think quietly and secretly, some Archie Gray action has also contributed to that.
I think with Archie Gray, he just doesn't give away the ball, does he? I think, that's the big credit to him. And I think, Bentancur is probably better on the ball than João Palhinha. And I think that's why you're seeing these two in here. Now, I'd argue how much of the renaissance is down to him actually playing the players we brought in the summer to improve the situation altogether. Kudus, Simmons, Moani. How much of that is not contributing to our low XG and stuff like
Probably
that.
True.
And look, I don't like the way Palhinha has been painted out to be a bit of a problem in the midfield.
Yeah,
I don't think he is. I think he's a very useful option to have. We need that bit of steel. We need that bit of dog in there. So for me, it's just about having different options for different games and stuff like that. And look, it won't be long before João Palhinha is back in the team anyway. He's just a good player. I just don't like the way we paint him out to be a problem when he's not. He actually solves a problem of us having a soft underbelly.
Also, think about it this way. Like, Palhinha right now is Basuma's replacement. We needed to find someone to replace Basuma. We can't play Bentancur every single game, which was kind of looking like that, under Ange last season, because Basuma came into good form, thankfully, like towards the end of the season. But it was like reaching a point where we really did only have like one deep line player, in Bentancur, because Archie Gray also wasn't really taking his opportunities in midfield yet. He was still kind of trying to figure things out. So there wasn't really anybody in the midfield that we felt comfortable with, to be honest. So Palhinha, you can sort of think about, is that option, to compete with for Bentancur's spot, for Archie Gray's spot. Like, it was much needed, to be fair. So I think that's another way to look at it, instead of just throwing Palhinha under the bus, really.
I also think it's a good thing that we're seeing another option emerge itself, and sort of trying to break up that partnership, because it'll only hopefully would lead to better performance from each individual because they're being pushed,
Sean Dyche loves clapping up the fans, before the game, doesn't he? He's full of tracksuit wanker tonight. Ice fans in here. Harmless Potato. Good to see you, Harmless. Big up, Dave and Jack. Come on, you Spurs. K32. We are Tottenham. Super Tottenham. We are Tottenham from the lane. Hopefully we're hearing the away fans nice and loud, especially with their new scarves. Stevie D. Big up to you, Stevie D. Hopefully everything's all right with you, my friend. Robert Harvinson. Big up, Robbie. Scotty Hynam. Absolute legend. Big up to you, Scotty. Ed Sweeting, big up, lads. I think this will be a tough game today in the middle of the park. Forest still look vulnerable on set pieces, though, earlier this week, and hopefully we see some good interplay from our midfield trio. Definitely, I think, a battle of the midfields, because I think theirs is very good. I think ours is, starting to come into its own, but that is definitely a good shout, actually, is the midfields, because I think that is where their strength definitely is in this team. But we'll find out. We're about to get kicked off here, everybody, so do sync up with us.
We owe these. They done the double over us last year. Didn't like that. Marinakis hates us. Tried to pull on us all over in the summer, trying to small club us. Not having that. And then Morgan Gibbs as well. We got to fucking win this today. And look at that Spurs end. You can see the colours there already in it. Lovely. They're all out there representing. This is like a derby game, an unofficial derby game now. Brilliant from Bentancur, winning the ball. Can Xavi Simons get the press on? He's in. Oh, he looked like he was in all
Rio
trouble
is very
over there.
skilled on the ball. He's someone that's like a bit like a Romero, someone who's not easy to press.
There we go, Xavi. Good energy.
Good Bentancur, good win.
Mo, oh, you should have just laid it off to Kudus around the corner.
Richarlison too. He had Richarlison.
Do you know what? I'm starting to see what Tyler and Stevie were saying more and more now about him being greedy. I could make the case earlier on in the season that there was no one really getting close to him, but there he just had a lovely little pass. Just give and go, man.
Yeah.
Frustrating, Mo. Frustrating.
I definitely agree with you there.
The good thing is it doesn't look like Thomas Frank has spent his time in the barbers, so that's good. Means he's been working on the training pitch.
I think he somehow keeps the hair at the same length despite it being so long.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Not sure how he pulls that off, really.
There's about 10 different colours in it as well. Oh, well done, Mo. Ref, we'll have a free there. We'll have a free. Come on, ref. Who is this donkey today, actually? Let me see who the donkey in the middle is.
Do sync up with us, please, everybody. We have super chats from Fat Tony. He's become a member. Big up to you, Fat Tony. Hopefully you're doing okay up in Washington, my friend, fellow Washingtonian. And then also, maybe it's Reefer. I assume it's Reefer.
Yeah, Reefer. Yeah, Reefer.
It says Reef Return. Great name. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to you, man. Really appreciate it.
Big up, Reefer. Good to see you in the building. Hopefully you're keeping well. And big up, Fat Tony, as well. Good to see you in the house. How are you keeping? Canada? Is it Canada or America? Is it?
I think he's in Washington.
Washington. Yeah, where you are. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So big up, Fat Tony, and big up, Reefer. Reef Return. We're just going to call you Reefer from now on. Big up. Says, come on, you Spurs. So we've got some new guy in charge today, Sam Barrett. Never heard of him before. Sounds like they pulled him out of the local butcher shop, to be honest with you. And then they brought in Paul Tierney, a guy who hates Tottenham as the fourth official. Lovely.
Ooh, nearly. Xavi Simons just couldn't bring it down under control.
Yeah, so we've got the butcher in charge today, guys.
Washington is Canada light. Yeah, it kind of is.
It's right beside it, isn't it?
Yeah. Borders Canada. Borders Vancouver. That's very funny. Okay, Shacks.
Get stuck in on Gibbs White. Well done.
Well done, Pedro.
Come on, Spurs. Settle in now.
Big up, Wembley. Really appreciate it, man. Out wide to Hudson-Odoi.
You thinking of the yellow kit here, Jack?
I love all our kits, to be fair, this season.
Yeah,
it's more the home kit. I'm like, it's not my favorite home kit, but it's not like I dislike it either.
Yeah. No, I
did like that they went for the long sleeve option on the home kit, kind of suggests that the game's back. But also, I just feel like the away kit and the third kit are probably some of my favorites ever, really. It's not like that crazy like galaxy stuff. I know, everyone has their own tastes and preferences, but I remember some of those away kits were always a bit weird.
Yeah.
Or sorry, third kits were always a bit strange.
Yeah, the last few years, that scuba diving one as well. I mean,
yeah, I have that scuba diving one.
It just I'm glad to see some sort of normality back at night now. It's good. Still not quite Adidas, but it's been their best kit in years. To your point, Nottingham Forest just building up a bit ahead of steam.
Running
here.
at Jet Spence here. Savona crosses it in.
Oh
my God, it's off the post.
Block it.
Holy
well done,
shit,
Bentancur.
Big warning sign.
No! Wow, what a save from Vicario. That's not a penalty. It's not bounty.
He's absolutely face planted in the floor here, and it's offside.
Unbelievable save from Vicario.
Holy shit! Danger there, danger there.
Unbelievable. Just too soft. No one competing in the air with that cross coming in. It's too
Bentancur
easy.
misses the header. Really, I think that's what happens here. It's more Jet Spence gets run at. Maybe offsides there on the initial pass, but Jet Spence just gets taken on there, and then she's just wide open. Jesus for that header.
Bentancur then gets the block in. This is an unbelievable save there from Vicario. It's that player that's offside there. Brilliant.
Yeah. Savona sort of overlaps on Jet Spence's side, and they're just causing us problems there.
But who's picking up Sangari? They just let him in for a free header there. What a save. That's bounced and all. That is unbelievable.
Oh no,
Oh
Mickey Van de Ven
no.
gets
Well
out
done,
of trouble
Mickey.
there.
Oh, well done. Come on. Maraud down there. Brilliant layoff.
Richarlison
Oh.
just couldn't play into Jet Spence's path. Xavi Simmons trying to get stuck in, doesn't get
Richarlison,
out.
you have to get back and make up for your error.
Mickey Van de
Van de
Ven
Ven's
out.
being
Good
pulled out.
block.
Brilliant defender. That's our throw.
Good
Well done,
block.
Mickey.
Yeah, warning signs there, says Daniel Larson. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know that Forest are going to come out the gates quickly, though. It's kind of one of those atmospheres, and they're going to be pumped up for this game because, you know, they're still trying to battle relegation at the minute.
And they made a lot of changes midweek as well. So, you know, they're still going to have a lot of energy.
Yeah, you're right. It was Sangare who came flying in.
Free header. Like, who's following? Who's tracking him? Who's picking him up? It's madness. Go on, hold that, Mo. Oh, brilliant. Now lay it off. Well done.
Good showing by Kudus as well. He busts along to get over to that side.
Oh, good
Xavi
ball to
Simmons
Xavi.
tried to play him behind to Kudus there.
Better football from Tottenham now. Rami. Can he pick out a Moani over the top here? Chooses to opt to go into Bentancur. The man in the ball he is. Good ball into Archie. Archie under a little bit of pressure here. Does well. Porro goes long. All the way out to Moani. That's beautiful. Come on, Colo. There's room to run at them here.
Lovely.
Lays it off to Bentancur. Bentancur.
Archie Grant, Bentancur giving it back to each other. Jet Spence, I believe. Doesn't have any options. Goes back to Bentancur. Spurs recycling it.
Give it to him.
Bentancur, nice
brilliant.
pass into Kolomwani.
Come on.
Or sorry, Jet Spence
Jed.
here.
Lays it off. Archie Gray.
Bentancur.
You got to go back, Bentancur. Well done.
Yeah, they're marking us well down this side. Archie Gray cycles it back to Van de Ven.
Onto Rami. Rami, just move it in there. Oh, Xavi, no. Is that Xavi? It is. Well, Van de Ven mops up. Carry on to Romero. Romero just finds Xavi in that pocket. Xavi looking to get his head up here. Lays it on to Porro. Porro down the line to Kudus. Kudus flicks it back to Porro. Kudus keeps a hold of it. Back to Xavi Simmons. Gets his head up. Puts it out there to Jed Spence. It's an unbelievable pass. Come on, Jed.
Love it.
Can he get a cross in here on his right foot? Lays it back to Archie Gray. Archie Gray to Bentancur. Keep it moving. Good ball on to Porro. Porro moves it to Kudus. He's got a bit of space here.
Oh, love it.
Holds it. Goes for... That takes too much out of it.
Well done, Romero. Oh,
no
sir.
way, ref. Fuck off. Jesus Christ.
Romero's telling him as well. He got the ball. It looks like he did.
I feel like that one.
Romero just has to... He's almost just set by different standards, it feels like, with these referees. Again, he just wins the ball. Like, it's just so frustrating to watch. Like, he just makes clean tackles. He makes a clean tackle there. Like, how many times do we have to watch Romero just make a clean tackle and the referee just blows it up as a foul?
Mo Kudus is the frustrating there again, Jack. Had room to cross it, had room to shoot. Does neither.
Takes an extra touch. Yeah.
Loses the ball, takes an extra touch. It's just so frustrating. But you're right when it comes to Romero. He's won the ball cleanly. I mean, what more do you want him to do? Well done, Paul. That's great reading of the game.
Goes over the top.
Anticipates the danger behind. Tries to set Richarlison in behind. Richarlison getting pressure on the goalkeeper here. Go on, Simmons. Get there, Simmons. Unlucky. Lay it in. Well done. Well done, Mickey Van de Ven. Good pressure. Now Spence. Spence into Moani. Oh, Moani could have maybe got turned there. Moves it on to Xavi Simons. Out to Kudu. Come on, Kudi. Back to Porro. Tottenham slowing it down here now.
Bentancur tried to make a run forward.
Rami. Moves it on to Xavi. Can someone get in support him? Moves it across the hand of
Gets out of danger there.
Good vision. Mickey Van de Ven. Give it into him. Get out. Don't let him cross.
Yeah, get it out to...
Just move it. He's so free out there, man.
Jet Spence is playing wide and Kolomwani's tucked inside.
Good ball, Romero. Come on, Porro.
Porro picking up good space here. Can he find Colo?
Make him run.
Crosses it in.
Ooh.
Dealt with by Murillo.
Back
good
out there. Well done, Bentancur.
Classy.
Kudus, make a run. Fucking make a run, Kudus. The ball is in behind. Run. Go on, Richie. Not the first, far too easy to play out there. Well done, Rami. Porro, well done. Does enough in the end.
Tense. Very tense game so far.
Very tense. We'll get there, though.
So far, I mean, we're having more possession than Forest, but Forest, of course, had the very initial first chance. Dealt with it well, of course, like after we didn't do well in the initial part, allowing Sangare to just have a free header. But then after that, some pretty good emergency defending from everyone. They switch it out wide, though, to...
Spence, get out there, deal with this.
It's Hutchinson.
You got to cut it out. You got to cut it out. Well done, Spence. Oh, yeah, he's gone down looking for it. Good decision. Well done, Butcher Boy.
Oh, I remember this ref. Yeah. I'm not sure if he's...
I think he's working in your local corner shop on Friday, Jack. Oh, it's idiotic dive, that.
Yellow for diving, says Tyler. Yeah, fair.
If they give that, the game's gone.
Big up, Ripsy. Good to see you, sir.
Rami. Right, let's go, Rami. Let's bring it forward.
Classy.
Oh,
Classy, boys.
on.
Very classy.
Come on, Mickey. Drive.
See Jed. See Bence. Into
Oh, my
neither.
God.
Into
Warren's just sitting out there on the left, begging for the pass.
Oh, good
Oh,
turn
here we
over
go.
here.
Javi,
Javi, come on, man. You got to play it in front of him. Plays it behind Richarlison. Well done, Bentancur.
Oh,
lovely from Bence.
Let's go,
Xavi,
Xavi.
lovely turn.
Xavi, play Richie.
Too much
Free.
dribbling
That's a
from
free.
him.
That's a free. Thank you.
Maybe too much
Lucky not
dribbling
to
there.
get a yellow there, Sangare. Lucky to not get a yellow. Pulled him down on the counter.
Very classy, though. Bentancur won the ball back and then played that nice, he did that nice little hesitation to then give it into Kudus. And Xavi Simons with a lovely turn there. Just maybe held on to a little bit too long. I felt like he had some passing options. Battle of the water sipping from Sean Dyche and Thomas Frank.
Probably bought hungover. They probably bought out last night. They love each other,
Yeah,
Jack.
they probably. Where was Thomas Frank? He was missing from his hotel room last night.
At some concert, I'd say.
Yeah. That's funny.
Bought out a rock concert last night. You can imagine it. Come on, Paul. I'll get a good delivery here.
We opt to go short. I don't know why.
I think maybe we're trying to change the angle here. Good ball out to Spence. But we know Spence needs to... Oh, good ball.
We have tons of people in the box. Archie Gray battling.
Anyone going to put it in?
Milani.
I mean,
what we're
our
doing.
highest scorers are all in the box. Anyone going to put it in? You got Romero, Van de Ven, and Richarlison. Literally, the club's three top scorers. Can you put it in, please?
What are we doing?
Fuck me.
We're still leaving them all in the
If
box
we lose
as well.
if we lose this ball, we got Xavi Simons at centre back. Put it in the box. Right, now put it in. They're all in there. Put it in. Yes.
Richarlison!
Oh!
Just misdirected the header, and then Romero almost looked like he was there as well.
I think there's a game on in the stadium across the road. The crowd just went ballistic. I thought we were after scoring. Oh, it just comes off Romero as well. Must be a big GA game across the road. The crowd's going berserk over there. Ref, he's play acting now. Come on. This is Sugar Nakas all over.
Be great to score an early goal here. Look at that away end. You could see absolute limbs if we do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nice and low to the ground. The away stand.
Oh, he's bought that, ref. He's bought that. How much does Sugar pay for that one?
Seems like compared to everyone saying get the ball in the box, I agree. But kind of funny enough.
Oh.
Dangerous here.
Rami, can he get across?
What a challenge. What a challenge.
He
Just there,
the whole left side was played out of it there. He just comes across. Bosh. Get back in position.
It's almost like all of a sudden we were too patient trying to get the ball in the box.
Yeah, I just don't understand. You got your three best scorers up there in terms of Richarlison, Romero, and Mickey Van de Ven, and we don't put it in. It's frustrating.
I just mean like under Frank, normally we're kind of like very urgent in getting the ball in the box. Like there's usually no hesitation. And then for some reason there, we were really taking our time. I'm not sure if that's an instruction or players were worried, like you were saying, maybe with so few players back. It's strange. That spell possession earlier.
Tottenham taking their time over, getting this one underway again. On to Romy. Back to Vic. Vic on to Van de Ven. Goes long to nobody.
Bouncing, though.
Go on, Richie. Oh, he's headed it. He can pick it up. Frustrating 15 minutes. Let's see if the next 15 can be a little bit better. Well done, Moani.
Good kudos. Great pressure.
Oh, kudos, sorry. And again, Mo.
Neither team has really decided to sit back yet, which is also interesting. No. That's what probably has made it so tense.
Well done, Archie. Good hook on. Go on, Colo.
Get there, Chavi. Good touch.
Well done. Well done, ref. Come on. Come on. That's the second foul on him. When are we going to get a yellow? Poro just moves it quickly.
Van de Ven. Yeah, get into Romero. Got time now, Romero.
Right, Rami. Can we pick one over the top? Yes, we can.
What a ball.
What a ball. Oh, what a take from Jed Spence.
Just gives it away, though.
What a ball from
Good
Romero.
pressure by Colo. Don't you dare, ref.
No,
Don't you dare.
Ref. He doesn't even know the rules. He just doesn't know the rules. What is Marinakis selling holidays on these boards? What's going on here? Selling holidays to Greece.
To Greek Christmas.
I've never seen pictures like that come up on an advertising hoarding board.
I didn't see, actually, to be fair.
You got swimming pool, hotel, deck and chairs and everything on it. Must be selling holiday packages to Greece.
Pick up to Edelfan out in Germany.
They seriously couldn't have found Sean Dyche's smaller bottle of water for such a big man.
Yeah, seriously. Just give him a tiny little, give him a little espresso cup. Give him a little espresso cup as well.
His hands are huge as well, and they give him this tiny little kid's water bottle.
Yeah.
Well done, Mo. Both teams still fighting for control of this game here right now.
Yeah.
Come on, Spurs. We got this. It's never going to be pretty. It's always going to be a dogfight.
Forrest finally having a spell possession here, recycling it.
Elliot Anderson moves it on to Williams. Sangare.
Hudson-Odoi. Elliot Anderson sprays it, but Moani should be able to deal with that. He lets it go. Risky.
Took a risk there.
Yep, he backed himself, thinking that Savannah wouldn't get there. I think, like, so far, Spurs have had more possession and have been able to control the ball a bit more, but then Forest have been able to get into our box a bit easier. They've had more touches, definitely, in our box than we have in theirs.
Both teams is sort of waiting for the other to sort of sit in for a little bit, and neither's doing it. They're both sort of fighting for control of this game here. Mickey Van der Ven moves it on.
Oh, lovely by Mickey. Moani. Chavi
Simmons,
recovers it. Oh, not a good touch, though, by Chavi. Good challenge by Van der Ven. Yeah, definitely. Love it.
What? Oh, come
Chavi
on.
gives it away again. Igor Jesus must have dived there. It looked like a foul. Yeah, he did. Well, good call by the ref. Very good call.
Should be booked there, surely.
Yeah, a bit of a Basuma dive.
Oh, Bentancur, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Chavi Simmons and Bentancur 2 times now.
Who's gone down here?
Chavi has.
Is he claiming he's got smacking them out here?
Yeah, do we have to look at maybe VAR?
Yeah, well, Marino looks like the guilty party here. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a shoulder charge. I'm not sure it's quite in the face, but he's gone out his way to lunge at him.
It'd be a yellow card if that were Romero.
Yeah, well, he's gone out his way to lunge at him. It's got to be a yellow card. The ball wasn't even there for him to get to lunge at him like that. Come on. Oh, Matty Wells is there. I thought he was flying over to America for this new job.
Well, I believe the MLS season is over, so that could be part of it.
But they were saying that he was due to be in there for discussions for the job, though.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Maybe he's put it back. Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe he said, look, season's over. I'll come over Monday.
Maybe there's more than one Matty Wells.
So has the ref even booked Murillo here? All right, game's back on the way. Rummy. To Porro.
Porro asking for them to go long. Into
Ball towards
Richarlison.
Richie.
He ignored sort of Bentancur there. He wanted everyone just to go long there, Pedro.
Oh, can we just start syncing up, please?
Ripsy85, imagine buying a package holiday from Marinakis. Yeah. Oh, good turnover here. Richie. Oh, my gosh,
we still
man.
fucking up. We still fucking up.
Just been bad giveaways when Spurs have had an opportunity to get forward.
Yeah, you buy a holiday package off Marinakis, you'll turn up there and it'll be fucking
Said
deserted all the way around it.
You said you end up in a shed, yeah.
Oh my God.
Bentancur
Oh
gives it away now.
God.
Just some sloppy passes in the final third from Spurs. Van de Ven, Igor Jesus gets in behind. Deal with it, Mickey. Out wide, Savona. Yeah, just some bad giveaways by Spurs. Oh, Colo!
Well done, Colo! Oh, Saucy! Go on. This is yours. Go.
Come on now.
Go to the baseline. Go home. Go home with it.
Oh,
just play kudos. Why did he try and backkill that? Just play kudos.
Just some poor giveaways.
It's unbelievable effort by Colin Moani. And then just
he absolutely roasted Sangare there.
Porro, deal with that. You got a challenge. Well
done. Very well done. But he gives it straight back to Nico Williams.
Don't let him shoot.
Well done by Pedro and Bentancur.
Porro.
Well done. First set piece, it looks like.
Porro steps across him brilliantly there.
First corner of the game.
No, it was unbelievable play by Moani. It's just so frustrating. It's just, he's gone for a back heel straight into two players running after him rather than just play Mo or shoot. I don't get it.
It feels like every player's kind of been guilty of that, where they've done well, where they've shown a bit of class to win the ball in a good area, but then just immediately give it away. It's kind of been that sort of game so far, where anytime we've ventured into the final third, we've just sort of sloppily given it back to Forrest.
It's frustrating.
Deal with it, Vic. Top of the box here.
No, get out. Don't.
Skins Romero, please.
Oh, good.
Deal with it.
Block.
Dangerous there. Don't let him inside. Spurs sort of setting up in a shape here, not looking to press.
Don't start sitting off them. That's the least we need to do now. It's a
Whips
ball
it in.
It's a
Malenka
free header.
Dangerous there.
You can't sit off these. You cannot sit off them.
Yeah, that was the first time we probably ever did sit off. It looked like no one in the forward line wanted to press.
Come on, Spurs. It's just again, it's like
Richarlison. That's the funny thing. Like Richarlison, for some reason, was sitting in his own box instead of pushing out to press.
Come on, Spurs. Let's tidy it up in possession here now. Rami goes long.
Milenkovic just pushing Richarlison to the floor. Gives it away, though. Please. Oh, my God, lads.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ.
Lads.
It's like a preschool team. It is like watching preschool team.
Well done, Jed.
Fuck me.
Xavi Simons, man, he was expecting Richarlison to give it back to him, and then Richarlison, for some reason, thought that Xavi Simons was able to get to it.
Oh,
story of the game. Story of the game right there.
Not on the same page.
Come on, lads. If we're just a bit tidier, I think we'll start to be able to fasten some chances. We're winning the ball back in good areas. Sir!
He's never going to get that.
Both of the Brazilians not getting the calls. Igor Jesus and Richarlison.
He's not even looking at the ball, though, Richarlison. He's never going to get the free kick unless there's intent to hold up the ball.
Oh, what a win by Romero. But he goes
he's
down. He's holding his face.
I hope that's his face he's holding.
Well done, Archie Gray. Really good recovery there. Tracking back. And it looks like Romero is down. Yeah, holding his face. Did really well to win the ball, Romero.
That leg tattoos he's got going on there?
Yeah, I believe so. What a win.
Oh, extended the knee there. Fuck.
No, I think it's just his head.
I hope so.
He's not holding the knee. I think he took an elbow. Instructions from Frank and some water breaks.
Yeah. It's good to see only one person giving the message.
No tactical pad, though.
Richarlison definitely needs to be over there. Someone pull him over there. Honestly, the player that needs it the most is the one standing in the center circle. It's insane. He's telling them to squeeze the pitch. Interesting.
We're not winning yet, so it's probably not DoorDash orders like it was against Slavia Prague.
No, yeah.
When he was passing out notes when we were 3-0 up, it was like, surely he's just taking orders for Chinese takeout. I don't know if we're at that stage yet of the game. Just my tactical analysis there.
You can imagine the chaos in the dressing room. Who ordered the shrimp fried rice?
Yeah, seriously.
Right, kudos.
Clever.
Let's it run.
Adrian Chia, pick up, lads. Love how we are being more direct. Come on, you Spurs. I think we are very direct from the get-go under Frank, and then maybe in the last week we've shown, a bit more spells in possession. Adrian Chia, we're trying to mix it up a little bit more, but we're being direct here. Can we put the goalkeeper under pressure? Too long.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, so far, like Adrian, it's been Forest have had more of the chances, but I would say neither side have really had a lot of chances. It's just they've had that one really dangerous one in the get-go, and then Milankovic was probably the only other chance of this game. It's just been cagey, really. I think Dave and I in the members preview sort of suggested that there's a chance that was going to happen. Oh, Archie Gray!
Oh no! Well, it's Vicario. It's a stupid pass from Vicario. It's absolutely fucking suicidal. It is stupid. No, don't drop your head, Archie Gray. That's not on you, kid. That's not on you. It is a stupid pass. He can see the players right up your hole. It's absolutely suicidal. I don't blame Archie for that.
He loves playing that dangerous pass right into the player there.
You could see it coming you could just see it coming. We're just the masters of our own downfall. Don't drop your head, Archie Gray. Should never have been given the ball there, kid, ever.
How much time does he really have? We'll find out here,
He's got Mickey van de Ven there. Look, Mickey van de Ven is right there, and he plays it to Archie Gray. Are you taking the piss? Mickey van de Ven is right there. Look, he's even got Jed Spence there. He doesn't even open his body. And this is why we will be getting a new number one this summer. It's just shit like that. He can't be trusted. I do not blame Archie Gray. I know he's come looking. He's pulling a player with him. Vicario needs to be smarter there and move that on to Mickey van de Ven or Jed Spence. He doesn't need to play that ball, especially when there's no centre-backs there, just in case something like that happens. It is shocking. Fuck you, Vicario.
Everyone's saying he asked for it.
Boom again.
Everyone's saying he asked for it.
I get he's asked for it, but Vicario needs to make a smarter decision. He can see the players running up his hole. Go back to the PSG game and Romero played one at Sarr and the exact same thing. You know what I mean? Just be smart. He's got Van de Ven there, unmarked. Spence, unmarked. And he gives it to the guy right on the edge of his own box with his back to fucking... back to playing stuff with a guy running up his hole. One of the weakest players on the pitch. Why would you do it? It's shocking decision making. Every player looks for the ball and asks for it, but it's about decision making.
Xavi, gotta get rid of it, man. Sometimes they're just holding on to it way too long. Jedi, well done,
That's got to be a
kid.
free.
That's got to be a yellow as well. Yeah, thank you, ref. Tony saying, not summer this January. Vicario is shit.
It's just shocking decision making from your goalkeeper. I guarantee you, in the dressing room, players are going to go after him. It's shocking decision from the goalkeeper. Whether the kid's looking for it or not, you don't play that pass. You just do not play that ball.
Rakdos Madness Allen saying, why does Vic, who has no spatial awareness nor the distribution skills, try to pass it out from the back there? Send this guy to Inter Milan. Everyone's saying a mix of both between Vicario and Archie Gray.
Yeah, it's a mix of both. It's a mix of both. Archie Gray comes looking for it, but as a goalkeeper, the guy in possession, you can see how tightly he's being marked, how much they're rushing up behind him. You have a split-second decision to make, and you don't play that ball. You don't as a goalkeeper. He had better options on. That's the thing. There's better options available. Mickey Van de Ven is 5 yards to the left of him. Spence is out there. He hasn't even opened his body to
Back
look.
post! Oh!
What happened there is Vicario panicked and put all the responsibility on Gray there. That's what he's done. He's panicked and shirked the responsibility. If the option isn't on there, go fucking long with it. The goalkeeper has all the options there, and he makes the wrong one.
Adrian Chia saying, Super Chat curse strikes again. Vicario did Gray dirty there. Yeah, it's a lot of debate about that. Adrian Chia so far. I knew you were gonna send that in though. I knew you were gonna say the Super Chat curse. Very funny.
We are fucking shambolic. Now pull your head out your ass. Go and get an equalizer.
Oh, put it on top of him again, Xavi. What are we supposed to do with that? Kudus getting bullied there. Cleared away by Jesus.
This fucking football club, man. Pissing me off at times.
Dead. Oh, he gets out of trouble there. Needs to get rid of it, though. For Charleston, can he get onto it? Xavi does. To Kudus. For Charleston, stay on side, man. Kudus. Clips to the back post. Richie. Bentancur. Xavi, one of yous. Jedi to Colo. Colo skin his man here. Jedi comes inside. Does well. Left foot. Archie Gray! Oh! Oh, what a hit. What a turn from Archie. Did well there. Sort of at the goalkeeper, but still fired a decent shot. Good touch by Romero onto Pedro. Good pass from Pedro. Xavi.
Richie, will you stay on side, Richie? Will you
2 times, man.
On side?
There were 2 times there. Earlier when Kudus had the ball, Richarlison was 5 yards offside and asking for it. Looks like Pedro's giving it away for a throw-in. Unnecessarily.
Gray looks like he's about to cry.
Shawnee Maddox seems to be on your side, Dave. He's saying Vicario has a full view of the pitch. He should know which player to pass it to.
It's just like you strip it down to basics, Jack. When you're on the ball, you have a number of players coming, showing, looking for the ball, screaming for the ball. But it's up to you to make the best decision. It's up to you to make the right decision. Get it to a player that's free, that's unmarked.
Yeah.
Vicario panicked there and just played a blind ball into Archie Gray, ignored, the player right up his hole, ignored that if he loses the ball, the danger. And these are things that he failed to compute. I know you've only got a few seconds, but that's what footballers do.
I know Shawnee's coming from the goalkeeper. He's part of the goalkeepers union, Shawnee, so he seems to be on your side about it.
It's all on Vicario. Even if you strip it down to right back, even if a right back has a ball, he's got a winger showing, someone else running in behind, a midfielder coming looking for it. But it's up to you to make the best decision, that best pass. You're the one in possession. You can see the pitch. He's made the wrong decision there, Vicario, and he's throwing Archie Gray under the fucking bus, in my opinion. We need a new goalkeeper this summer. I'm sick of it now. I'm sick of it. I've tried defending the guy, but every fucking season he makes mistakes. Every season. And the thing is, Kinski isn't any better either. So Vicaria's, like, he's capable of good games, Vicaria. That's the thing. He's really capable of good games. But it's just moments like that where you go, we need a new goalkeeper. We need
I think what you said, though, like when he's not put under any pressure, he kind of will somehow make a mistake.
Yeah.
Like, because he hasn't been put under too much pressure this game. I mean, of course, like we said, like there haven't really been that many chances for either side this game. And so when that's kind of the case, we often see Vicario all of a sudden kind of become the source of attention. But when we're put under the cosh, when we're just being peltered, he actually shows up. So it
was very similar
bad
to
giveaway from Pedro.
It's very similar to the Ramsdale situation at Arsenal, Jack.
Lovely feet from Archie Gray.
Well done.
Really lovely feet from Archie Gray. Oh, kudos.
Well done, Mo. Now get your head up.
Man. Play him.
Play him.
Play him.
Oh,
play him. Play him. Play him, man.
Pass the ball. Jesus Christ. He reminds you of the guy in the playground who just won't pass the ball.
Out wide to Van de Ven. Igor. Whips it in.
Oh,
Pedro.
no.
Back post.
Vicario again. How's he not dealing with
one
that?
Abuse.
Straight across Vicario. Get a fucking hand to it and push it away. But with Vicario, you're approaching the Ramsdale situation all over. It's just, similar to what you were saying. When you're under the pump and the guy's constantly involved, he's clued in, he stays switched on, he'll pull a point out of the bag for you. But when he's under no pressure, he will just make an absolute bonehead fucking decision. And it's costly. And this isn't the first time we've seen him make shit decisions with the ball at his feet either. You go back to last year, how many did the guy make? I'm just fed up with it now at this point. How are we ever supposed to have consistency when you got a player doing that? I'm fucking livid with him. I'm livid with him.
Out there, Pedro. Down the line for Anderson.
And now they're just passing it around without any challenges on them. It's that. Come on now.
Cleared away by
Pedro.
Pedro.
What are we doing here?
Time for Sangare. Someone win this. Spraying out wide here.
This is becoming way too easy. It's becoming way too easy for them.
And all Forest in the last minutes. And also,
how many passes there without a player even getting close to him, Jack? How many passes without a player even getting near the ball? Oh, come on, Tottenham. Fucking hell. Show some sort of grit here. Don't crumble.
To be fair to Archie Gray, he, of course, had his head down, but then he actually, I think, did really well to get into the box earlier.
Yeah.
And, put on that shot. I think our only shot that's been on target this game. Tony saying, get Andre Ter Stegen. Yeah, I mean, he's had a bit of a drama situation over at Barcelona, to be fair.
Oh.
What's funny about Ter Stegen, though, is he's like one of those guys. He's a bit like Ben White, where he's a good player, but he doesn't apparently watch football.
No, yeah, he doesn't, yeah.
Which I think is just absolutely insane. Especially to play at that sort of level.
Good ball, Archie. Good fucking ball, Archie. That's unbelievable.
Paul Moani tries to bring it down.
Well done, Colo.
Come on, boys. Giving it away again. No need. Come on, win this. Well done by Archie and Colo. Fuck off, ref.
It's going to be a long, long afternoon, this.
Fazzy Radfar saying wasn't Vic's first time. He did earlier and got away with it. And maybe he's talking about this game.
Yeah.
He got away with a dangerous pass. Maybe I missed that one, to be fair, Faz.
I think it was to Bentancur. I think Bentancur tied it off.
Kudos. Tries to play it there, but doesn't get it right. Archie Gray, great challenge. No. Oh, that looked like a clean challenge.
Frank will take him off at halftime, I reckon. But, mistake.
Looked like he won it. Maybe I'm wrong. No, yeah, very late. Very late. Try and get a goal before halftime, says Outer, 100%. It's just,
yeah, still 5 minutes.
it's
to
not
go.
been like 0.00 XG kind of game, but it's not been that much better than that, really. Like,
It's not far off.
we're sort of.
We're just
I just
shitty.
think the
We
issue
lose the
is
ball.
when we've gotten into the final third, we've just sort of given it right back to them every time.
Yeah, keep losing it.
We're trying to get into. It's not like we're not like other games where we showed no attacking intent whatsoever. We are trying to attack. I just think we've been pretty shit at
Just
actually
so sloppy.
getting into. Yeah, exactly.
So sloppy in possession. It's killing us. The ball's ricocheting left, right, and centre. No one could get it under control. Even when you do have moments where you're like, oh, that was a bit of good play. We're breaking away. Then the next pass is fucking. The next decision making is wrong and dumb.
I would say too, like every forward player has been pretty rough to watch so far. Like Cole Milani's been a little bit shaky on the ball. He's giving it away at times. Richarlison has been anonymous, and then Xavi Simons as well. You know, anytime Xavi's gotten it, he's not necessarily pulled off that brilliant pass or flick yet. And Kudus has been frustrating too. So all of them have just been kind of frustrating in their own way.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Please.
And sometimes we're just not on the same wavelength. Like Jed Spence, you know, passing it to no one, but no one's on the same wavelength this game.
There's just no one moving for each other.
Ironic, though, because this is the same team that played against Brentford and has sort of been the same lineup, and it seems like they don't know how to play with each other. Well done, Romero. Very well done. Come on, lads. Two average mid-table teams, says Brett Loft. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly,
that's the frustrating bit, though.
The Burnley and Fulham game last night was more exciting than this. Genuinely. And I watched it.
Romero goes long.
Oh, Richie, you're not even fucking near it.
Didn't look like a bad ball. Didn't look like a bad ball at all from Romero.
It's not a bad ball. All Richarlison has to do is backpedal 5 steps. Just backpedal 5 fucking steps, Richie. It's not difficult. You bonehead. Saying that, though, when someone put the ball in on his bonehead, at least.
Stevie Frazier saying Richie does not make any intelligent runs. Archie Gray here. Plays it into Jed. Oh, giving it away.
Stupid ball. Stupid ball.
Romero. Mickey. Sir.
Bentancur. Can we at least liven this up, please, Tottenham? Kudus back to Porro. Porro, play it down the line for Simmons. You please get your head up. It's a simple lofted ball over the top. Play the way you're facing, the way you can see it. You don't need to twist the fucking turn. Play it forward. Fuck. It's not difficult. And then he gets involved in handbags when we're 1-0 down. What a numpty. Okay, ref, you're becoming a bit card happy now. I was in a great fucking mood until this game. Oh my god.
Solo. Pushing us forward. Plays a... let it go to Archie.
Oh my god.
Let it fall for Archie. Romero, good pressure. Gets turned, though. Jesus sprays it out wide. Good hold-up play. Callum Hudson-Odoi one-on-one with Pedro. Cuts inside. Anderson. Good challenge by Xavi Simons. Win this. Colo. Good tracking back by Colo. For Richarlison. Gives it away. Hudson-Odoi. Cuts inside. Dealt with by Romero. Richarlison, hold this up, please. Very, very soft there from Richie.
You bought that one, Richie. Jesus. We'll have it, though. Ball over the top.
Goes long. Offside.
Is he off? Oh, my God.
Man, it's been...
Thomas Frank can't even be blamed for this. This is all...
Well, it's been brutal from, like, all the... None of the forward players have shined at all. Like, I'd say Richarlison's probably been the worst of them because he's just... He's not been, like, times when we needed him just to be on side. He's not even on side. But Kudus has been probably the next most frustrating because he just... Every time he takes an extra touch when he doesn't need to.
It just hasn't clicked. It just has not clicked whatsoever today between any of them.
And it is the same lineup.
Oh, Porro, will you go and challenge? Please just challenge for the ball in the air.
Oh, lovely from Bentancur. Good turn. Archie Gray centers it to Mickey van de Ven.
Can we move at speed here for Mickey? Can we? He's screaming for it. Jed is screaming for it.
Into Xavi Simons. Does well. Oh, that's the story of the match.
Oh, my God. That's the story of our game.
Romero does well there. Really well there. Really well there by Romero. Got to get forward, though, man. Got to get forward here. Halftime.
Oh, my God.
Why are we passing backwards there, man? Why are we passing backwards there?
Oh, my God. It's shocking. I don't even know what to say, Jack. Like, do you know what? It's more frustrating because we're one down. When in reality, it hasn't even been a good game from either side.
Yeah,
a lot of sloppy play. We're 1-0 down due to our own error. You know, people can pull out Archie Gray and blame him because he went looking for the ball. That's what you want your midfielders to do. At the end of the day, Vicario has routinely, since he's arrived at Tottenham, picked out bad passes from the back. He plays it to a guy where you've got no cover there, where he's got a guy running up his hole, and he never gave the kid a fair chance whatsoever. The only thing Archie Gray could have done upon receiving that is just balloon it out first time. It is so poor from Vicario. Strip it down to basics. You have 2 or 3 players always demanding looking for that ball when you're in possession. But it's up to you to pick the right pass. And he failed, and he wasn't even under pressure. That's the most infuriating and frustrating thing about it. There was no pressure on us. And we have just gifted them a goal. Absolutely dumb. And then when you see it filter throughout the rest of the team, everyone just making poor decisions, can't even make more than 2 passes going forward. When we do get the ball up in the final third, we're losing it through intricate play rather than just put it in the fucking box. At one stage, we had Richarlison, the club top goal scorer. We had Van de Ven and Romero, the other 2 of the 5 top club goal scorers, and we didn't put it in the box for them. It chose we chose to recycle it. And reality, can't even blame Thomas Frank today. Thomas Frank put out the lineup I wanted. You know, he put out the lineup that's, you know, been a massive part of the last 2 games. But they're so flat today. So, no energy. You know, even out of possession. Thereafter we conceded, we watched a part of the play where they just popped it around 5-6 passes. Not one Spurs player near them. Not fucking one. Frank can't be blamed for that today. That's simply on Romero and them fucking players. Romero as club captain to make sure they're approaching the game with the right intensity, the right sort of aggression and stuff. And we haven't seen it. This is on them players today. There's no excuses, nowhere to hide. A lot of these players won the last 2 games. Go and fucking show up in the second half and put in a much better performance because it's not been good enough. It has been absolutely shit to watch. I can't blame the referee. I can't blame it down to a good goal. It's just down to us being absolutely shit.
I feel like Forest, like you say there, like they've definitely been slightly better than us, but it doesn't really feel like any team has really been that scintillating or that dominant, really. And it just is a mistake that just gives them that leg, sort of just gives them that sort of edge on us now. And, you know, we need to come out in the second half and try to put some pressure on to maybe get back into this game. But it was just so unnecessary, so needless. Ribsy 85 from earlier, just because I want to see if Spurs could potentially create a chance in the final minutes there.
Yeah.
Ribsy of the first half, so
No chance
appreciate
of
you
winning the
being
lottery right
patient.
now.
50 months as a member as well, 52 months to be in fact, fan show member as well. Very, very generous support, Ribsy. He's saying we'll play half decent for 25 minutes in the second half, and then hopefully we'll all forget again just how bad this first half was. It wasn't the worst first half we've seen this season, Ribsy. Maybe that's good. But it was one of those where I think in other games we could sort of accuse maybe, the get-go or like sort of the plan from the beginning where like there have been games when we showed no attacking intent whatsoever. So it was kind of towards the fault of the manager. It feels like there have been times when we have turned the ball over or we have been at a certain stage or another, we're actually venturing forward and we see guys making runs and we're running at their backline. How many times have we been running at their backline in a transitional moment and then they just give it away with a sloppy touch or a bad pass or just a poor decision? I feel like this game has really just been more down to sloppiness really than it's been down to poor tactics or anything like that. Whereas in other games like Chelsea, Bournemouth, etc., have been more kind of maybe tactical in terms of how poor we've been going forward. But this game, it just feels like the players just are not at the races today and also just don't seem to really have their wits about them. Like they've been playing with each other all week. This is the same lineup more or less that we've been using all week. And it feels like today they don't even know how to play with each other for whatever reason. That's the frustrating bit about it. And hopefully we do get a decent spell in the second half or we do get back into this game. Ribsy, it is only 1-0, but Spurs do have to show a lot more in the second half and just need to be confident. Like everybody has been frustrating, really, I think, in the forward line because I don't really know if Archie Grays has had like he's going to be the subject of attention from the mistake, of course, from him and Vicario. But I don't even think he's had a poor game, to be honest, Archie Gray. I think Bentancur has been fine as well. I think the defense, for the most part, they've been sort of okay at maybe, defending some of the dangerous moments, really. It's just the forward line for me. Like, Xavi Simons has been poor. He seems to have given it away maybe more often than you would like as a number 10. Kudu's the same. Like, he's the other creative player, has been really poor at times, just sloppy giveaways or bad decisions or loose touches or holding on to it too long. Richarlison's just been effing anonymous. Kolo Muani, maybe the best of the bunch, but it's not saying much. I feel like he's not really had really a whole lot to work with, to be fair. It feels like any of the times we have tried to sort of play down that left side, him and Jed Spence aren't on the same wavelength or just no one, is able to link up with Kolo Muani. But Kolo Muani as well, maybe he's also been guilty of a few giveaways at times too. It's just the whole forward line has just not clicked tonight.
To be honest with you, I don't think anyone could come off that pitch with their head held high. Yeah. I think Muani, I've backed the guy. I've sort of batted for him. He's let me down today. He's given away the ball a lot of times where, I don't usually expect it from him. Richarlison, I mean, what's the most infuriating thing? Fair enough if you're not getting a lot of ball to feet or whatever, but at least when we go long ball, at least be in a position to compete. He's always 5 yards in front of it, just letting it go over his head. Whatever happened to backpedaling? Judging the ball, backpedaling, going fucking competing.
And offsides on a few occasions. Anomalous.
Offside as well. At one stage, Xavi Simons had the ball. If he's onside, he can play that first time. He doesn't. He has to take a touch because Bonehead is fucking offside. Mo Kudus got on the ball a couple of times earlier on in the game. Hasn't touched it since. And when he got on the ball, took way too much out of it, constantly looking to beat 4 or 5 players rather than just give and go and stuff like that. Really, really frustrating. A part of the game where Mo Kudus really needs to start improving because he's almost at the point where Ronaldo was when he was younger, where Ronaldo used to do it all, but then, he learned the benefits of actually 1-2s with people and stuff like that. It means he could serve a bit more energy and stuff. He really needs to fucking cup on.
Yeah, like
Xavi Simons, he's putting a couple of tackles here and there. But then in possession, we want you to get space, get on the ball and dictate. He tried that, but he faded. Bentancur, some good moments, some really poor moments. Archie Gray, some good moments. Yeah. Apart from that, being MIA, the 2 fullbacks have been absolutely shocking. Jed Spence, I don't know how many times he's given away the ball down that side. And defensively, can't get out to his
they're causing more problems on the left side than they are on the right, I would say, actually, ironically, even though Jed Spence is normally the one that, locks it up. I feel like they've been more dangerous down their right side than really down.
Even Pedro Porro, at one stage there, Bentancur moved over to the right-hand side. Give me the ball. Let me get turn play forward. No, I'll run it over, slow it down. You move off. It's fucking brain dead. Pass and move. The ball moves quicker than any player. It's a simple game at times. But Porro has been absolutely useless in possession. At one stage there, near the end of the half, Put it down the line. We've got a player running behind in a forward motion. What does he do? Slow it down, cut inside, pick up a throw in. Fuck off. Play it down the line. Play it first time. It's what we're supposed to do. If you want to go and score goals, you have to be brave in possession. Take risks. I'm not seeing it. I'm just seeing so many players give away the ball at every opportunity, making the wrong decisions in possession at every opportunity. They make it look like we're playing rugby or cricket or some sort of new sport. Fucking, what's that game Hogwarts plays? You know, I'm sick of it. Just get the ball down, show some fucking balls, and go out there in the second half and put this right.
Hello, it's Joel saying no conviction in the passing today or quality on the ball. I completely agree with you there, Joel. William Webb saying Vicario was more to blame. Very, very poor pass. We did this so often last season as well. It was all the same. Stevie Frazier saying Archie's not played as bad as people might think. As well as King Hoddle, all of a sudden. King Hoddle, you know, maybe not being as happy clappy. He seems to be frustrated. He's saying Bentancur is as slow as a snail. Kudus is having an afternoon stroll. Zero intensity from the players. And Simmons, once he's been pressed, has been practically useless this game. He's actually had a lot of things to say about Simmons this game. King Hoddle seems like he's not in a great mood about the performance. And then Tony is saying, I'd rather see Solanke with one leg in this game than Richarlison, to be honest. I think with Richie, right, we know he's kind of just a guy that's there at the right place at the right time, maybe to put away the goals. But I think, you know, he's just not really contributed much of anything. Like when he is supposed to be in the right area, he's not. And then in terms of his hold up play, like it's usually you just know what you're going to get, which is very, very little. I just think it's probably not been the most frustrating Richarlison performance I've seen this season, but I get a little bit annoyed by just sort of how anonymous he can be, because there have been times when we have ventured forward and we are running at their back line. And he's like kind of Stevie Frazier said, not making the right run, 5 yards offside, but thinks he is onside, even though he isn't. Times like that where I can get a little bit frustrated. And we know he's not really the type of striker as well to drop deep and hold up the ball like maybe Jesus has for them and situations like that. So, Tony, I mean, we all know that, you know, it'd be nice to have maybe more options up front, because at the minute, that's kind of what we have to work with is Kolo Muani and Richarlison. They've, to a degree, been sort of the winning formula for now. But if they don't turn it around in this next 25 minutes, Thomas Frank is going to have to think about bringing on a Matisse Tell or Wilson Odebear to change things. Brett Loft saying getting out footballed by Dyche team is embarrassing. I mean, they have had the better chances this game. I mean, I agree with Dave. Like maybe it kind of should be like, maybe they could have scored from one of those opportunities, to be fair, but they maybe could be deserving of a 1-0, but I don't think they've been absolutely peltering us either. I think it has been pretty cagey for the most part. It's just Spurs don't deserve anything. You know, they don't deserve a goal at all. We've not threatened at all compared to them. They've definitely threatened a lot more this game, but at the same time, I don't know, like it feels like, to your point, Dave, I don't think really either team has honestly played that well this game, which is the frustrating bit.
Oh, it's been a crap game, but what I would argue is, you know, despite Nottingham Forest maybe letting themselves down in the final third similar to us, their actual build-up play has been a lot better than us. A lot of their passes have been accurate.
More dangerous.
Passing and moving. Imagine what that can do. And this is where I get frustrated at these players. You know, it's because they build up a little bit of momentum over the last 2 games. Use that going into this game. Don't shy away. Don't hide away. You know, like the thing is, you know, some of these guys have had multiple managers. They can't keep throwing the manager under the bus. And today is one of them where you can't look at Thomas Frank and the tactics. He's listened to us. He's changed it. You know, he said before the game, you know, you could see by the lineup, the way he put it out, same formation, same players. I'm going to be on the front foot, aggressive. But how can you be on the front foot when you got players that keep giving away the ball? It's nearly impossible, and that's where I get infuriated by some of these players, because it's you know, he's giving you the opportunity now. He's starting to put you out there more consistently. Go and grab the bull by the horns. This is what you've been asking for. This is what you've been begging for. If the Telegraph reports are to be believed, fucking go out there and do it. Then you've got nowhere to hide. And today they're fucking hiding. I'm not going after Frank today, because it's not on him. He put out the formation I want. He put out the lineup I want, and they've let me down today, absolutely massively. This is all on them.
I also would say, like, there was that one period where I agree with you, Dave, that we were sitting off them, you know, for a second. But I wouldn't say like we've just been sitting back like the whole game either. We have been pressing. And we have won the ball back in some good areas. It's just been really, really sloppy from us in possession when we have won the ball back. And it's not like they don't have options. Like in other games, right, you would accuse them of feeling like there's no one to pass it to, like there's no real patterns of play. I wouldn't really feel like it's that today. Like, it feels like there are options. Like, we've seen times where guys are open, but then they just misplace the pass, or they pick the wrong option, or they take too long on the ball. It's been more down to just player sloppiness than really has. It feels like kind of passages of play or anything like that. And I wouldn't say like we're showing Forest too much respect. Like, we have been trying to press them. Like, we have been trying to put the pressure on for lots of parts of these games. Tango Ben Al-Shid, it looks like I was spot on when he said 0.12 XG. Jesus, I was spot on then, because I was saying like it feels like a slightly more than 0.0 XG, but I was like, I don't think it's been much more than that. So I'm actually pleasantly, happy to see that I was pretty close on the XG guessing there. Brett Loft, do really appreciate the support from earlier, my friend. I think I agree. It's never good when you're being outplayed by a Sean Dyche team, but it's always going to be difficult against Sean Dyche team. But at the same time, I do think this Forest team is beatable. So hopefully we can get back into this game. Brett. Al Ben saying, who's responsible for buying a teenager that was average in the championship for 40 million? Odebear also as well for 30 million. This whole club is clueless. Be fair to Archie Gray, he has had a very good week, but I think when we have maybe these expectations to be much higher up in the league, when we are expecting us to be challenging for these top 6 places, and then you are relying on teenagers week in, week out, you're asking for trouble, really, because they have to be able to sort of learn. They are going to make mistakes. They're going to have good games and bad games, but this is kind of maybe the frustration with how Spurs have operated in the transfer market, is that we feel like, the club's ambition, they always keep saying, is to be challenging for the European places, but the players that they're buying are more guys for the long road, guys that you have to take time with, you have to sort of develop. And that's not what a team that's challenging for the top 6 would be doing, to be fair. So I kind of see where you're coming from, Alabama, but at the same time, to be fair to Archie Gray, I think he's had a fairly good week. And he has been kept on, by the way, so he's still on the pitch.
Like I said, I don't even think the goal is his fault. I genuinely don't think the goal is his fault. I think, it's just a madness ball by a carry to even play that. You don't play that on the edge of your own box. You're taught that from about 4 years of age. It's just an absolute insane ball. You've thrown the kid under the bus. That's one of your senior members of the squad, one of your leadership group, throwing one of the youngsters under the bus there. I'm starting to panic. You deal with it. You deal with it. That's exactly what happened there. Fucking not good enough. Some of these players now need to find their cojones and step up this half. Do so much better.
We have gotten kicked off here, everybody, though.
Oh, again, another long ball and not one Spurs player jumping for it. Oh!
Dropkick your teacher saying, my concerns might be coming true. I said it since Brentford, back to reality, even if it's not Frank's fault. At the end of the day, it's about the results. 45 minutes here, Artist T.
Look, it's a results-based industry at the end of the day, and the fact that we spent so long not playing this way will always come back against Thomas Frank. But make no mistake about it, Artist T. Frank can't be to blame. He played the exact same, formation that we've played the last 2 games, played the exact same players. He can't be blamed. These players have let him down massively today. Let's not forget, if the Telegraph reports to believe, these players asked for this. He's done it, and they've fucking let him down massively. Let's see if we can dig it out of the bag here, though.
Good pass by Kudus. Can we get it into the box?
No, he refuses, Porro. Just refuses.
We've been way too hesitant on crossing.
Do you know what annoys me there? Porro has the opportunity, one touch, bang. He puts it back in to a cul-de-sac where we can't get out.
Yeah.
So frustrating. Long throw. Here we go. Let's see if we can fucking get any joy off the back of this. Send the big dogs up. Romero, Van der Ven. Hopefully one of these can suck and pull a goal out of the bag. As soon as you feel an elbow go down, guys. That's what it's going to take today. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Why have we been so hesitant on crossing today? Kudus. And he gives it away. Bentoncourt does really well. Mickey Van de Ven, have a hit.
Oh.
I don't mind it. We know he's probably our top goal scorer.
Again, though, why are we sending the centre-backs up for a long throw and then playing it short?
It's
just insanity.
Just
insanity.
Jet Spence has not had a good day today, to be honest. He's had him and Cole Milani feel like they haven't played with each other all season. Cole Milani was wide open, and then Jet Spence decides to play him behind for no reason.
But even there, though, we set up for a long throw and we go short and nearly lose it.
Yeah.
What's going on? Don't start smiling, Porro. Don't fuck me off today. Gives away a free kick and he's laughing and joking like he's at the fucking circus and the referee's performing for him. Are you dumb?
Mickey. Oh, gives it away.
It's a shite ball from Mickey van der Ven. That is shite. How are we supposed to even create chances when that's happening? Jeffrey says so many players off their all off.
Players have been open. Like, that's the thing. Like, players have been open, and then we just can't even complete a simple open pass. Not like every player's been marked, perfectly this game.
I think it's a simple ball.
And then there have been times when we're like, just whip it in the box, like cause a bit of chaos, and then we just decide just to pass it backwards and sideways between each other a million times.
What's infuriating about that? It's a simple ball to Jed Spence. Now we're having to defend the corner. It's the most simple ball you can play in football.
Vicario punches it away. Spurs deal with the corner.
I need to go to the toilet.
Sorry, are you dumb or stupid?
Both.
Ed Sweeting saying, sharpen up, Tottenham. It's all been self-inflicted. It feels exact. It kind of both in possession and out of possession. It feels kind of sort of just self-inflicted. The goal was self-inflicted. Some of the poor passing and decision-making has been self-inflicted. Dangerous. Oh, my Lord. Vicario just got absolutely dunked on there. Callum Hudson-Odoi. No way he scored from there. It looked like a cross towards the back post, and Vicario is just not in the right position. It's similar to the Brighton goal. What is he doing there, Vicario? He's not having a good day today. I mean, there's no way Callum Hudson-Odoi meant that as a shot. Even if he did, he shouldn't be scoring from there. Yeah, this 100% is meant as a cross. He sees Jesus at the back post. Vicario is just not in the right position at all. He has to be able to deal with that. He just gets dunked on from 30 yards out. Well, Tyler's saying, boo, Vicario. He's been the source of controversy today. There's just no way Callum Hudson-Odoi means that a shot. Even if he did, there's just no reason he should be able to score from out there. I just don't think Vicario is in the right position, and then he also just doesn't really seem to get the right power behind his jump.
What's happened, Jack?
You'll probably get a replay, hopefully, Dave. But basically, Callum Hudson-Odoi went for a cross from a really deep position. Just second the Archie Gray. Kolomwani. Top of the box to Simmons. Have a hit. To Kudus. Have a hit. Jesus, lads. One of yous. Jet Spence. Oh. Callum Hudson-Odoi was deep down the left side for them. He was going for what looked to be a cross, but it was headed towards the back post and it went into the back of the net. Vicario, I just think, completely misreads it, and it goes over his head. It's another mistake from Vicario, really. There's just it was from a position where there was no way he should be scoring from there. Even if he means it, which I don't think he did at all, Callum Hudson-Odoi, he still shouldn't be scoring from there, basically. It was from a ridiculous angle.
I think the booing needs to come back out.
Yeah, that's what Tyler was saying.
Really? He was anti-booing earlier on when I said it. Spence, come on, Spurs. At least try and rally and salvage a point at this stage, please. We just don't look like scoring at all. That's the concerning thing.
K32 from earlier saying no one wants to shoot. I mean, even there, like Xavi Simons, like he had an opening to shoot, and then also with
You're not allowed.
Kudus as
You're not
well.
allowed.
Kudus could have just shot it first time. He decided to take 3 touches.
But they're low scoring goal opportunities. We're not allowed to shoot from there. Genuinely.
Yeah, it's just a fluke cross, really, Dave, that for some reason Vicario is just not in the right position for. Kudus. And also as well, just right in, like, so early in the second half. So early in the second half, and it was just 2 self-inflicted goals. 2 self-inflicted goals. Like, how do you expect to get back into a game when you're just giving the opposition 2 goals like that?
Everyone's just off it today. We've turned up with the complete wrong attitude, complete wrong mentality.
It's gone down very easy there.
Did you get Tony Olo? He says at this point we can't afford to the summer.
Sorry. Tony Yolo saying at this point we can't afford to the summer with Vicario. He's just asked. Yeah, I think Tony, you were saying get him gone in January. I mean, Vicario, even if you like the guy, you can't defend him today.
No.
And this is probably a season. He's had more mistakes this season under Frank than he probably ever did under Ange, at least in my book. I think under Ange. The problem is
as well, if you wanna build consistency, you can't have a goalkeeper that every 5 games he's costing you points in at least one of them.
Yeah.
You just can't. You know, at the end of the day, you know, the goalkeeper's job is to earn you points, not fucking cost you points.
Yeah.
How are you supposed to try and build any consistency when your goalkeeper is just shaky?
This is his 3rd season at the club, and I would say this is the most mistakes he's ever had.
Oh, Lord.
And there's still a whole lot more of the season left. Ben Davis getting ready. Don't tell me Ben Davis. I don't know why Ben Davis would be coming on.
It looks like Bergval's coming on as well there.
And then also Moondog saying, shied again, pathetic team.
Yeah.
Hutchinson goes for the shot there. See, that's the thing, that we had an opportunity there to shoot, and then Hutchinson takes it, whereas we don't. Oh, Richarlison, please.
Can someone put their boot through the fucking ball and leather it?
Oh my God, dude. Colomwani and Jeff
Jesus.
Spence. It's like they've never played together. It's like they're speaking a whole different language.
But they were brilliant against fucking against Brentford. That's the thing that pisses you off.
Does well there, Colomwani, to be fair.
Right,
Bentancur, you got to get rid of it, man. You had to run forward as well. Find Xavi. Find Xavi. He's open the whole time.
Bentancur slowed that right
Pedro
down.
And Kudus, please, one of yous, get it into the box.
It's a shit cross.
Xavi Simmons was open. Richarlison was open. One of you, please play ball. Through ball, please.
Bentancur played it sideways. It just had to go forward. He played
Bentancur. Bentancur played it sideways. Spot on. Play Xavi, please, Pedro. Whip it in.
Get it in. Get it in. It's not. It's another shit cross. Oh my God! Can someone put a bit of fucking height on the ball, please? Just lay it off to Paromo. Oh my God. He's never getting the crossing there at 2 players on him. All he has to do is just lay it back, 1 touch, it's in. It's so simple. It really is. Oh my God. Oh my God. This game. We ain't salvaging that.
Just everyone's shit. Everyone's shit.
We really need a massive performance from Ben Davies, Paulini, and Bergval all coming on here. We really need them to change this game. They better come in and show a bit of class, because honestly, Burnley were more entertaining than this last night, genuinely.
Thomas Frank and Georgson pulling out the takeout menu, asking Paulina for his
how
orders.
long is it taking? How long is it taking? Now, all these instructions. Get them on.
If we're bringing on Ben Davis, take as long as you need. Seriously, I don't know why Ben Davis is coming on.
Someone look for this ball. Xavi's there now. He's dropped for it. Can we give it to him? Oh, Bentancur.
Finds Archie Gray.
I'm screaming if I'm Xavi. I've dropped to get that ball and no one's giving it to me. Again, he's there looking for it. Oh,
Feels like we just need Romero in midfield because he's the only one who wants to play forwards. That goes out for a goal kick.
But why is he even pushing him there? It's just... Please, I am banking on these subs now. We all are. Every Spurs fan is banking on Ben Davies to come in and do something here for us.
Bentancur coming off. Looks like Jet Spence is coming off.
Yeah, Bentancur deserves to come off. He slowed down the last few attacks.
To be fair, Jet Spence has not had a good day
He's
at
been
all.
shocking.
Even though he's come into this game on very good form. I mean, going forward, he's been very frustrating. Him and Kolomwani have not been on the same page. And then also defensively, I would say he's actually, which is crazy to say, I would say he's had a worse game than Pedro Porro. They've caused us way more problems down that right.
Spence has just tried to play in stupid positions.
Normally, it's Pedro Porro's side that's targeted. It feels like it's been Jet Spence's side that's actually struggled more. Charleston can't hold it up there.
He needs to make a change in the forward line as well. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Oh holy shit. What are we watching here? All he's got to do is leave that for the goalkeeper and he panics. Ben Davies has come on and just panicked.
Is that Ben Davies or is that Van de Ven? I think it was Van de Ven.
No, that's Ben Davies.
I thought it was Van de Ven.
Carry on screaming for him to leave it. Oh, we're so done out here today. I have no faith. I'm sorry. I'd love to. I just don't see it. Long ball. Come on, Moani, get after it.
Ben Davies just he's I'm sorry, Frank, that was not the right choice.
He's already turned it into a war zone.
Ben Davies was like 10 years late on that challenge. It's just clumsily gone through the back of him. If that were Romero, would have been a yellow card.
Yeah. It's a good ball forward, though, Richarlison. Oh, holy shit. I swear that guy thinks he's at SmackDown sometimes. Oh. Nearly 3 down there. Romero pumps it long into Richarlison, and again, it bounces off him. It fucking bounces off him like the guy's a concrete fucking wall. Holy shit. Mo, lay it off. Mo, lay it off.
Tony's saying, we have, guys, we have too many mid players, far too many.
Do you know what?
I mean, everyone has been shit, really.
Yeah.
Even if you like certain players over others, like, you can't really defend anyone. They've all been terrible.
Oh, my Lord.
Even there, Pedro Porro, like, it's not even commentator's curse, just exhibit A. It's far too easy. I would say the substitutions since coming on, too, have been way off. At Bergvall just completely misreads where Hutchinson is going there. Kolomwani.
Richarlison, you going to run? Richarlison, you going to run? Anytime today?
Kolomwani single-handedly creating a chance here. In behind for him. Kolomwani.
What I don't get there is, right, Kolomwani's going forward.
And Richie's coming short.
Is standing there. Yeah. Give me the ball.
Kolomwani's running full pace.
Get turned. Running behind.
Yeah, exactly. Kolomwani's full pace there, running at their back line, skidding past players, and Richarlison is coming short for it.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand it, man. Honestly, watching this today is genuinely putting me on the verge of tears. It's that bad.
Back post.
Oh, my God. Again, another one.
It looks like, honestly, there, I will say, like you said earlier, it looked like Richie actually just misread the flight of the ball. It didn't look like the worst cross I've ever seen. Like, it looked like it actually was going to stay in. It's just Richie misread it. Because if he actually backpedals earlier,
backpedals the yard, just back one or two.
because he got his head towards it,
just one or two.
He's got his head on it, and he didn't even jump that high.
Lucas onto Ben Davies. Ben Davies onto Moani. Moani tries a flick, wins a throw in.
Moani's
I'd rather we just trap the ball and move it. You know, if we can't do that, just don't flick it about. Don't go down the line to him. Please don't. Thank you. Moani back to Davies. God, good turn, well. What are we going to do here now? Good ball. Done. Mo, well good done. Pass.
Xavi.
Oh, Lord Jesus fucking Christ. What the?
There was one defender there as well. He somehow, between three players, three Spurs players, one Forest defender, and somehow the Forest player comes out with it. We had three players.
Now move it back to Xavi. Just move it. He's trying to cross it from impossible positions.
Well done, Palhinha.
Xavi,
man, please, dude. Can you play a simple pass? Xavi gives it away there. Again, he has wide open players to play it to, and he still gives it away. 2 times there. Jesus, man.
Well done. Well done.
Come on, Xavi.
Right, Xavi.
Please. Oh, my Lord. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Oh, my God. That's a crime against humanity, that touch. Richarlison, man. That's a crime. That's against the Geneva Convention, that fucking touch, man. Jesus Christ. Touch was 20 yards in front of him. Moani, take it on your own, kid. Take it on your own. I don't even care at this point. Just do it
go on, Xavi.
Do it yourself, Colomani. Just do it yourself.
No, don't.
When Richarlison has a touch like that, and when Xavi Simons is also giving it away 2 times there, with no pressure at all, Xavi Simons is giving it away 2 times. That was one of the worst touches I've seen of anyone all season.
And it's not like the ball was overhit to him either. Do you know what I mean? It was just perfect to take into his stride.
Beat this effing pigeon. Touch of a pigeon there. Mrs. Park football, says Leighton Evelyn. It's probably generous.
Park probably generous. Is more entertaining than this.
I think Richie needs to come off at this stage.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't even made any forward, changes. We've only brought on Ben Davis and Palhinha and then Bent and Bergvall. It's not like we made any forward changes. We just changed up the midfield and then brought on a defender. We need to bring on a different forward. You need to bring in a Tell or an Odebear. And it's...
Yeah.
And again, I'm not even calling out Frank for it. I just feel like at this stage, like he's given now 20 minutes to these guys. It's officially now been 20 minutes, and they've done fuck all.
It's not even that. Like,
Colomani is the one player you shouldn't take off because at least he has been trying to do shit on his own. But useless, Xavi useless, Kudus useless. Like one of them needs to come off. I don't even care which one. Probably Richie because Richie's just been more useless than the rest.
Yeah.
Well done, Palhinha. That's a foul, ref. That's a yellow card.
Ref, come on now.
20 times there, ref. No way he's played on.
Oh, my Lord.
How is he played on?
How
is he played on?
He
got pulled back for 20 yards there. He got pulled back.
You get nothing for honesty now. Absolutely nothing for honesty.
How on earth is he
come on, please do something here. Xavi to Mo, please, Mo, please. Oh.
How on earth is he giving that as an advantage?
I just want this game to end so I can go and have my Sunday dinner. This is disgraceful.
Stevie D saying it's actually offensive to call that a touch of any kind. Yeah. Touch of a rocket ship.
Oh my God, we can't even. Please, fucking.
Touch of an actual freight train.
The fact that every Spurs fan is sitting here on tender hooks waiting for at least 2 passes to be completed says everything about this performance. Toucher from you. Spot on, Ribsy. He's got to get a Tell or an Udaber on now. He has to. He can't keep persisting with this. It's shocking.
He's giving them their chance. He's giving the forward players their chance to get back into the game.
We don't look any closer to it.
Richie's been useless, says Acoustic. Kenning Hoddle saying this has all been on the players 100%.
Yep.
Leighton Evelyn saying I'm going to now watch the Newcastle game.
I don't even know what we can do for Twitter reacts or the analysis after. I don't even know what the point of it is. What are we going to say? We couldn't control the ball.
Yeah, I mean, the Exhibit A might be Richarlison's touch there, under no pressure at all, no one near him, and he has the touch 40 yards in front of him. He balloons it off of his foot. And then there was that situation with Xavi Simons, Kudus, and Porro, 3 players against 1 Forest defender, and we give it to the Forest player under no pressure at all. Like, I don't know how on earth we expect to do anything sophisticated of any kind in this game if we're just giving it away in situations like that.
It's not
good ball from Bergwall.
No one after it. No one after it. Anyone but this guy. Ref, get out the way, you plonk.
Pedro Porro and Kudus today, their crossing has just been shocking as well. Bergwall absolutely destroys whoever that was.
Had to do it.
Referee's got a cheeky tattoo.
Xavi has been invisible today. You're right. Oh, there, Esposira. Really let me down today.
He's been, I hate to say, he's been nothing short of useless because he's given the ball away in certain situations that you're like, that's your number 10. And he's given the ball away at like baffling times where he's just misplacing the pass or is underhitting it. Honestly, Spurs get no presents this year. Santa's in the stands.
I wouldn't even give them a lump of coal, Jack.
Present would be to turn this fucking game off.
Yeah. Honestly, though, guys, let me know in the chat. Do you even want a Twitter reaction, a fucking match reaction after this? Let us know. Is it a waste of breath? Is it a waste of fresh air? I don't even know at this point. I don't even know what we can
hard to
even
get 10 minutes out of it.
Yeah, I don't even know what you could speak about. Just how shit we were and go off on a rant for 5 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah, it might be the shortest one ever, really.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Please just blow the whistle. Please.
We're only 70 minutes in.
I know.
That's so funny. No, I said this. I said it before you. I said just turn it off. But that's what's so crazy. We're 70 minutes in and we're just like, no, it's just not happening today.
Like if there was 1 or 2 players, you'd say, do you know what? There's a bit of hope. Just everyone is shit.
Well, that's why he's got to get on a Matisse, Teller, and Odegaard. Maybe, just maybe, they could rescue it. Kudus, that was absolutely shocking from Kudus. What the hell was that?
Please.
What the hell was even that from Kudus? What the hell was even that? He had an opportunity to cross or shoot. He somehow did neither.
We need a snow blizzard. We need to get this game called off. We need the heavens to open up and just give us uncopious amounts of snow.
What the hell was that from Kudus? Wani. That was honestly that Kudus, whatever the fuck that was, it was almost as bad as Richarlison's touch. He had and again, no pressure, no Forest player near him. Somehow he gives it straight to a Forest player when he could have shot or put in a cross. And he somehow just gives it to the guy that's 15 yards away from him. I'm not, that actually hurt my eyeballs to watch. Kudus again.
Can we get a bit of purchase on a cross, maybe?
He's just take Kudus off, take Richie off, take Simmons off.
Yeah. Can't even. We've already used 3. Can only take 2, Jack. So what, 2?
Honestly, forfeit the game by making too many subs. Get us suspended.
We need a time machine so we can fast forward 18 minutes. I'm sick of this.
Put Matty Wells on.
Cameraman wants Johnson. He's got the haircut for it as well.
Oh, he's got the Ali Pally haircut. He's getting ready to go to Ali Pally after
Frank
this.
was asked about that, ironically. The fact they brought up theatre, I think, shows he'd rather his players at the theatre rather than boisterous Ali Pally. Actually, that's one saving grace tonight. I've got the darts to watch. Could turn into darts day for a few hours. And if there was any plans to go to Ali Pally after this game, they better be fucking cancelled swiftly, by the way.
Yeah, give their ticket to a fucking Spurs fan. Give your ticket away. If he's bought a ticket, give it to a Spurs fan. Be fair, though, it's not. Johnson's done nothing today because he hasn't played, of course, so...
Yeah, I want about the squad in general, though. I've no doubt there's a few of them dying to get to Ali Pally this week. If I see one head pop up on camera, I'm going to lose it. You don't go when you're playing shit. It's supposed to be a reward.
Yeah, go in disguise.
Can we get a bit of bend on this one, Poro? Bit of height, bit of bend, give players a chance.
Why have we gone short every time from these? Why have we done... Oh, my God.
Oh, no, please. I can't. There we go.
I don't get it, though. Why have we done that today? Why is Pedro Porro, every time he's going from a crossing situation, he's gone short? Why are we doing this?
It's even more baffling considering you send the centre backs up as well. It's even more baffling.
I don't get it.
The only thing I can the only thing I sort of can sort of
like
understand the reason
instructions
behind it is if they're trying to change the angle of the crossing opportunity to make it a better angle, and that's why they're doing it. But someone like Porro has the ability to be able to put that ball in from that angle.
I don't get it.
That's what's frustrating me. But like, if you're going to try and do that, don't send both centre backs up. Then it's madness.
I mean, you would think then you would have Bergvall lay it off to Porro.
Yeah, exactly. But that would be using your brain, though, Jack. That would be IQ. Not sure we've got a lot of that.
Yeah, not sure that's been
here.
on display today. Holy fuck.
It's actually one of them games that I think it's got every Spurs fan's fucking blood pressure through the roof right now. Because we just can't comprehend what we're seeing.
This is just... Oh. Well done, Colo. And Davis goes backwards. Bergvall does well.
That's better. Oh my God, Kudus. Oh, holy fucking shit. No wonder why he doesn't pass the ball. Because he can't.
Oh my, this is again, like, I know there's going to be questions of Thomas, but like that was again, like there were two players like wide open in the box, like two. And he gives it to the Forest player. Like he somehow finds a way to give it. We've found it far easier to give it to Forest players than our own teammates. Like he had two players to be able to play it to there, Kudus. Yeah. He had Porro, and I think it was Simmons as well. That was on the other side. They were both open. Like, and it was a 7-yard pass. Wasn't even totally forwards. It was like a sideways sort of diagonal pass. Like, holy shit.
Oh.
Like, the baffling situations in this game. Like, actually baffling. Like, Richarlison's touch 20 yards in front of him. I don't even know how he does that on purpose. And again, like, there have been times when we actually have numbers. Like, we have more Spurs players around each other than there are Forest players, and we find a way to give it to the Forest player under no pressure.
Oh, I just want this to end, Jack. I want to go and have dinner, Sunday dinner, and just think about Christmas. I can't watch any more of this today. This is absolutely turgid.
This is probably harder watching Chelsea just because it's just watching guys who don't even know how to play football, guys who can't even complete a simple pass.
Making us look like League Two. And the thing is, people go after Frank today. I think in times gone by, maybe correctly.
100% other games. Not
today
this one.
You can. Today you can't. Today you just have to say, Romero, shit. Van de Ven, shit. Porro, useless. You just got to be honest with it.
Oh, my God. Even there. Simmons, man. How many times, dude? How many times? How many times do we have an open pass, open player, and we can't even complete 6-yard passes, man? Like, holy shit.
Do you know what's even worse, though? They're wearing bright yellow. You can't miss them. You literally can't fucking miss them. They're walking around like fucking highlighters.
Give him an excuse if we were wearing the black kit.
Yeah, you might be able to. You might say, oh, he looks like someone in the stand. You know, he's blending in there. Look, fuck me, when they're wearing yellows and they're walking around like fucking highlighters, you can't miss them.
He has missed every 5-yard pass. Seriously, Simmons, like, he's had 5-yard open passes that he's given away. Sangare,
shoot. Jesus Christ.
3-0.
How many goals are we going to see from the edge of the box? And every single one of them said, go on, have a shot. Every single one of them. Look, not one player since that had tried to get out. Fucking embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Them players better refund them fucking fans today. They better refund them. That's shocking. It's just too easy. I mean, Porro too weak there. Romero doesn't do enough. And who's that João Palhinha standing there allowing him to shoot? I mean, look, what can you do? I mean, we've given up on the game.
I gave up 20 minutes ago, to be fair.
Oh no, we fans gave up after 10 minutes. The players have given up now.
Yeah.
Well, the home fixture and atmosphere is going to be interesting against Liverpool next week.
I'd say a lot of these performances genuinely have been some of the worst performances individually this season. That might be Kudus' worst performance this season.
Every single player's been off it. Every single player has been off it. Everyone's had their worst performance of the season today. And they can all sit there and throw their tape around and their boots and what have you not. You know, they can go all in there and fucking spray hairspray around. I don't give a fuck. Deal with the problem. Start having honest conversations in that dressing room.
Looks like Matisse Tell has come on, I assume. The fact that Richarlison has somehow stayed on is also a crime.
The Newcastle fan is in. Jorginho, boys, can we all have a hug in disappointment?
Xavi Simons can't even hold a fucking shopping bag this game, let alone hold up the ball. He's giving it away every single fucking time.
To be honest, I'm not even sure it's a hug we need. I think we all need Jesus after this, to be honest with you.
I need a fucking eye cleanse, you know, like what you get in one of those eye washers you find in a science lab. I feel like someone has poured chemical liquids in my eyes watching this fucking game.
I don't drink, but they are making Guinness seem very appealing right now.
Yeah.
Very, very appealing for my footballing problems.
Hard game if you're giving up drinking for it. You'd probably relapse. Tony saying, I'm not extending Porro, sell his ass. I mean, everyone, like I said, Tony, even if you have favorites, even if you like certain players, like it's just one of those games where no one can't defend anyone. Everyone's had, individually, I think this is probably the worst performance I've seen from everyone. Other games, I mean, plenty of games you could point to where you really do question the manager and the tactics. Today, like, we're talking guys who can't even complete 5-yard passes today.
We haven't even looked like scoring all game. We literally haven't even looked like scoring.
We can't, like, even there again, that's a simple ball down the line.
16th today.
Xavi Simons has a simple ball down the line.
And he's got a whole
ocean. Brennan Johnson. I'm not surprised. It was Brennan Johnson.
Oh, my God.
Brennan Johnson had a simple ball to play down.
Oh, my God. Oh,
simple ball. Simple ball to play down the line for Pedro Porro, and he plays it right into the Forest player. Hell, you have to put in a challenge, mate. How are you letting him out of that? How are you letting him out of that?
The good thing is we don't actually move down places in the league. We still stay 11th. Thank fuck for that. The bad news is Nottingham Forest, who were down in 16th, will move up points and get closer to us. They're just playing it around. They're going to start olaying now in a minute. Marinakis is going to start fucking coming on the pitch and dancing and everything. It's this football club certainly knows how to ruin a weekend.
Honestly, Marinakis, I hope he, if it's true that he's been trafficking drugs, I hope I can have some of them after this game, because holy shit.
If you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Jerome saying, what on earth did I wake up to? Heard you guys complaining. Get to the game and saw a great goal. We are so shite. It's unbelievable. Go back to bed, Jerome, if you can.
Yeah, Jerome, there's no even point, to be honest with you. Like, we've been sitting here for 83 minutes and 29 seconds now, waiting for a player to be able to just get the ball under control and pass it to a player in the same shirt. Bear in mind, they're wearing a luminous yellow. Still can't find a player in the same shirt. Haven't looked like scoring all game. Defensively, they're just cutting us open now. Even in the middle of the park, we can't even get close to the ball now. They're just popping it around on our lane. It's absolutely embarrassing. But to be honest with you, Jerome, this one isn't even on Frank today. He done exactly what someone like me asked him to do. Show some continuation in the lineup, put out our better players. And every single one of them have stunk the place out today. And it all started with Vicario playing a stupid pass out from the back. That put Archie Gray in trouble. They went and scored. Then, honestly, I went to the toilet. I can't even go to the toilet without this club fucking up, And Vicario's went and conceded another one. And then the third goal, it's just another shot from outside the box. And everyone else is standing there just applauding its way into the net rather than actually going out and blocking it. It's shocking, Jerome. Just go back to sleep. Pretend today doesn't even happen.
It's just crimes against football, crimes against humanity today, Jerome, watching this team.
Like you said, I think,
people, these Spurs fans, this is actually one of the games where Spurs fans should really be compensated. I'm not kidding. These players have played so terrible today that they should actually have their wages taken out just to sort of pay back the fans, because this is some of the worst individual performances I've seen from any of them and all of them. Oh, Exhibit A, if you're watching Jerome, Bergvall giving it away there. And he's under no pressure, and he plays it 5 yards out away from Ben Davis. Ben Davis, Exhibit A right there. Another pass we can't complete. We can't complete 5-yard passes today, Jerome.
Honestly, Jerome, it's not Ali Pally they need to go to either. They need a trip to The Hague. They all need to be put up for crimes today. Genuinely, they need to take a collective trip to The Hague today.
Military trial.
Honestly,
they need to be on military tribunal, these players.
Crimes against football. I wonder if the fans going to get the blame today. I wonder who, wonder what we've done today, Jack. That we've been served up this shit. I wonder what we're being blamed for today. Now seems to be the common thing when we lose games. Blame the fans. They're all queuing up for this free kick as well. About 10 of them in the Garrett Southgate train here. William Webb at this point, I'd take 17th this year. Oh.
This is an end of days performance, says King Huddle.
It's like we've turned up to a testimonial. Honestly. It's like watching fucking Soccer Aid. In fact, Soccer Aid's probably more entertaining right now. And this fucker's going to round it off at 4-0, don't you? From the free kick. You just know it. You can see it.
Darius saying players probably had a farewell balloon party with Basuma. It feels that way. Honestly, it feels like these players are playing high. Oh, Vicario, not a great save at all. Jeez.
He's rattled.
Honestly, hold on to it as time waste at this point, please, everybody. Time waste. I don't want to see any sort of go down, pretend to be injured so we can just get out of here.
Oh, 2 minutes left to endure, plus injury. It better be like 1 minute injury time. If they put 7 minutes or 8 minutes out the bag, I'm going to lose it. Now we're just rotating across the centre backs. We don't even have any belief going forward anymore.
Iceman saying, I would rather watch paint dry on a hot radiator. This is so painful. I'd rather inhale paint fumes.
Oh, you're going to need it to cope with some of this moving forward, Jack.
Yeah, I'd rather be eating lead paint chips at this point.
I'd rather eat a shit sandwich at this point. Genuinely.
Oh, that's what you've been served up.
Put a bit of salt and pepper on it. It's probably more
Lucky
tasty.
day, Dave. You have been
here.
served one. Shit sandwich. Fucking hell.
Yeah, and it feels like every player has passed around the bed and that bread and had a dump on it.
Yeah, collective shit from everyone. Jerome saying, just go to the effing darts and stay there. Again, another team having the easiest game of the season. We can't make 2 passes together. That's 100%, Jerome. 100%, man. We can't even make 1 pass, let alone 2. Actually,
two's a dream.
It's actually been that bad. We can't even complete 1 pass.
Today's one of them days. I tell you, you have a better chance of doing the lottery. Go and do it than us completing 2 passes today. Genuinely, you have a better chance of winning the lottery. Oh my God! See?
Oh my God!
Prime example.
Oh my God!
Prime example.
Oh my God!
Prime example.
And again, there are 3 open Spurs players, and we somehow give it away. Somehow give it away. 3 open Spurs players.
And to Jerome's point, you know, these Forest players are walking off and going, that's the easiest game this season. Easiest game we've played this season. Oh, Jerome. We're in a world of butter, man. We need that January transfer window quick, fast. And we also got Tony Olo in the house, says, guys, we're at the club last night with Marinakis. Yeah, it seems like
handing out balloons, Marinakis, to the players.
Do you know what? He was you know, showing them on the advertising boards when he was giving package holidays. Probably bribed them all. Honestly, these players just haven't got off the bus or playing whatever they got to Nottingham Forest with today. And to be honest with you, they deserve to get the train back. Public as well. Not even first class. Just get on the carriage. Fucking useless.
I don't know, Dave. It might be one of those they have to walk home performances. Find your own way home.
Glad Roy Keane won't be analysing. Oh, actually, Roy Keane might be in the Sky Studios.
Find your own way home. It's one of those performances. Find your own way home.
Faz Radfar, nobody's blameless, including Frank. Very bad.
Probably could be onto something, Faz, but there are like 4 performances I can name off the top of my head immediately where I would say it's far more on Frank than it was on the players. Today, man, like when you're watching these guys can't even like 4 players open, like with 1 Forest player, and they find a way to give it to the Forest player. That's when I find it hard to like put everything on the manager, because there have been situations where we actually should be able to create a chance or create an opportunity, and we just give it immediately back to them. I just don't know if simple passes, simple decisions that you would expect a 3rd grader to be able to make.
If Frank had made a load of changes to the lineup today, if he clearly instructed these players to sit off them and, you know, and his lineup sort of screamed pragmatic, I'd be sitting here screaming at Frank. And I have done. And I think there's been times to call him out. But today, he's done what's worked the last 2 games. You know, and to Jack's point, how can you even get any system off the ground if you can't complete 2 passes? And you undo yourself with what Vicario done earlier on in the game.
Yeah.
You have absolutely no hope.
And 2 huge Vicario mistakes.
This is one where the players do need to hear the noise. Genuinely. I think going after Frank today is the wrong time. I think, yeah, you can have plenty of questions around, is this the guy you want to build a team in his image and stuff? Fine. But genuinely, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but today I don't think is a day where if you go after him, it looks it'd be portrayed more as an agenda rather than, because
They're just
let's
so
be
much better
honest,
games to go after him for. Feels like, it's
like he can't be blamed for Porro and some of the shit he's done today. Spence,
yeah,
Vicario, Richardson
everyone.
can't be blamed for that today.
Yeah, Faz, like, and you've heard us criticize Frank before, so like I think we're trying to be as balanced as we can about it, because there are plenty of other games where we have, put it on Frank. Really, it's just this one for us just feels like there are better examples of when Frank has let us down, but this one doesn't feel like that, man.
Oh, he's saying about the changes, Davies. Yeah, look, that's fair. I fully
Yeah,
understand.
that's pretty shocking substitutions, really.
I fully understand the substitutions, but to be honest with you, you could sort of almost see the way the game's been playing today, that if not one of the 11 players have turned up, then almost the subs were going to follow the same suit. It's just one of them days. Collectively, everyone's just so far off it. It's atrocious.
I just think he needed to put on a forward player. I would agree with you. Like, he changed the midfield, maybe because the midfield was having a stinker, but I think he needed to bring on a forward player before he thought about, putting in Ben Davis or something like that. Like, that's
Well, he could have even brought in Danzo and put Van der Ven out to left back for it. Let him ride up the line, I suppose. But
he should have brought on a Teller and Odebear sooner.
yeah, look, you can go after him for the subs, I suppose. To be fair, it's just
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's just been shit from the first minute.
Adrian G is saying it's like watching Chernobyl unfolding live on TV. It's war crimes watching this game, Adrian Chia. Seriously, it's like crimes against the eyeballs. It's crimes against humanity watching this game.
And then Toniolo also says, "I'm a gift them passing for dummies book."
It's a genius gift idea.
Honestly, it seems like it's starting to seem like it needs to be stripped back to basics at this point. That bad today. That bad today. Next week against Liverpool, I'll even just accept 2 passes. You know what I mean? That's how bad it's been today. Them away fans don't look happy. They look like they're ready to boo.
Look at that kid. Look at that ginger kid there. That ginger kid looks absolutely fucked off, that ginger kid. He looks so sad.
He's looking at his dad. He's like, why did you take me away from my Xbox for this?
Yeah, seriously. He's like, I got homework I'd rather be doing. That's what the
kid Yeah. Oh, we're so furious and frustrated, man.
Naughty challenge from Xavi Simons there.
It's a great challenge. Game's gone.
Game's back. Game's back.
Thank fuck for that. Jesus fucking Christ. I think he even blew that up early there, did he? Thank you.
No, I think they're right on the dot, yeah.
Well, what do you even say to that?
Yeah.
I mean, where do you even start? What do you even say? It was just, it's one of them. It's just collectively a really, 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 really awful day at the office. You were hoping coming into this a real opportunity to make it 3 wins on the bounce. And to be fair, I'd argue Frank gave us every chance to try and do that with the setup, with the selection of players. But from minute one, it was just complete off. Just complete off, complete useless. How much of that is to do that he should have kept that same front line out there against Slavia Prague and maybe making that change, maybe derailed it a little bit? I'm not going to put that all on him, but in general, I don't think it's a game where you can really pull out Frank. I think, again, Vicario needs to have serious scrutiny. But at the end of the day, guys, he's going to keep playing between now and the end of the season because Kinski isn't much better. But we are certainly and should be in the market for a new number 1. Vicario's mistakes this season are more frequent than ever before. Even to the point, Archie Gray really looked like he was going to cry after that mistake, and it wasn't even the kid's fault. He should never have been given the ball there. Never, ever, ever. And that just set the tone. When Nottingham Forest haven't even done too much to really sort of press the issue for the opening goal, and we gift it to them like that, it almost just sets you up for the day that you're going to have. But what really annoyed me, mistake happens. Okay, where's the leadership group? Man up. Fucking go out there and bail Archie Gray out. Bail the young kid out so that he doesn't feel responsible for today. no character, no hunger, no desire whatsoever. Every player that received the ball, even if they did get it under control, which was struggling large part, they made such bad decisions in possession.
Yeah.
It was beggars belief. Honestly, it felt like I was watching 11 individuals that never played together before. And
Yeah.
it felt like, I would have had more joy going down watching the local under nine side here, this morning, and I would have seen much better football. And the thing is, Nottingham Forest, despite maybe having a mini resurgence under Sean Dyche, are not better than us. We made them look really good today because once we conceded and once we went one behind, the heads fell. We stopped putting pressure on the ball. We just allowed them to pass it around. Utterly embarrassing and shambolic. And it honestly, them players need to start facing the music. How dare fucking Pedro Porro, and this is where it comes back to bite him, come out 2 weeks ago, you're not a true Tottenham fan, and then put in a shit performance like that. And the problem is these players think they're out of the woods because they won 2 games on the bounce. No, they're not. Now you look at that Liverpool game next week, I think it's at home. I think it is. That atmosphere, it's not going to be kind to them players whatsoever, especially if things go wrong very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I don't want to hear them coming out crying and moaning and stuff like that because the boos are justified. The boos have been justified. It's not been good enough as a collective on the football pitch. Even if you don't like the manager, as a collective, it is nowhere being near good enough. And yet fans will always get the blame. And to be honest, this is a big day for the club, by the way. You look at the way they try to small club us in the summer transfer window. Morgan Gibbs White staying here. We're a bigger club. And then the club going to put scarves out for the fans today, hoping we'll get something on the pitch and that, we could sort of, get a little bit of respect back on our name. No, how do we go and, show a bit of fight to the issue? We go and put in our worst performance of the season, roll over 3-0, and, it makes Morgan Gibbs White's decision look absolutely incredible now that he's made the right decision to not really kick off and force to move out of there and stuff like that. Now in Marinakis' eyes, Forest are a bigger club than Tottenham Hotspur now and stuff like that. With everything that's gone on in the summer, to turn up like this, where's your self-respect? Where's your pride? Where's your fucking heart? Where's your love for this fucking football club? To not have it embarrassed like that? The paper's going to have a field day with headlines off the back of this. And, and they've nowhere to hide now, any of them. Manager, players, none of them have anywhere to hide. The bigger games are coming up. You've got tougher games now. You're going to have to pull something out of the bag. We have to start showing some level of consistency at some point. Fucking horrendous today. That bad. I wanted this game turned off after 7 minutes. I was praying for the referee to blow it up early or a snow blizzard to come in and stop the game. It was that turgid to watch. And we never looked like scoring. The embarrassing thing is we could have played another 2 hours and we still wouldn't even test that fucking goalkeeper. Utterly embarrassing today.
Yeah, I completely
sick
agree.
of it. I'm fed up with it, Jack.
Yeah. Ed Sweeting saying standards are not negotiable. That was truly shocking to watch. Managers should tell the players they're on watch now for the Tottenham careers. Kulik Sexy saying spot on, Dave. No character at all. Heads are down and already lost with 20 minutes to go. Completely agree there. Kieran saying, how often have we seen these performances from Spurs now? That's what's wrong. Nothing seems to ever change. No one will be held accountable. No repercussions. Just the same old shit.
And to be fair to that point, Jack, this is where you can't really blame Frank today. We have seen this under Ange. We've seen this under Conte. We've seen this under Jose. It is an in-club problem where it's okay to take the foot off the gas and pick and choose when you want to perform.
Yeah.
That is something that Frank is trying to battle.
Or even to AK Shegg's point, just on that, Dave, he's saying, I think you're right, Dave. Players won 2 games and all of a sudden they think they were good. I think that's also another thing, right? Is that the pressure was on them going into the Brentford game. They were able to stand up for those. And then, now after winning 2 games, pretty convincingly so, they all of a sudden sort of thought that they could just roll into this game and, be able to just, turn it on again. From the get-go, they couldn't even string 2 passes together. But maybe you can tolerate that for 20, 30 minutes, but you just expect them to sort of eventually get their act together. They couldn't, let alone score a goal after 2 hours, Dave. I feel like we could be watching them for 2 hours. They wouldn't have strung together more than 2 passes. That's how bad it was today, let alone scoring a goal or creating a chance.
And also, I'd love to see if there's going to be any accountability today because Frank, what he said before the game, that we want to go out there, be aggressive, brave and stuff, he set the line up like that. We've seen them like that against Slavia. We've seen them like that against Brentford. So that's why you can't really pull Frank out today. But then players, You know, in other games when we've seen this shit at home, they've blamed the fans for the atmosphere. Who are they blaming today? That's what
Yeah.
I want to know. Are they going to stand up and take responsibility? Who are you going to blame today, players? Because you got nowhere to fucking hide today. Absolutely nowhere.
Yeah. Paul Van been saying absolutely embarrassing. Good to see you, Paul. Iceman saying, just at the stream, my depression's are at an all-time low. Well, thank God it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Thank God it's not like early Saturday, you know, or then this is how you're starting off the weekend. Hopefully you've had a decent weekend before this part. Iceman Jerome saying, let that sink in. We just lost 3-0 to the bottom 5 team of Forest, outplayed by freaking Sean Dyche. How low can we go? I mean,
Also dropped points to Wolves earlier on in the season. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, we have a shocking record against the relegated sides this season. You know, Fulham as well, right? Fulham were at the bottom of the table at one point, right? We gave up points to them.
Yeah.
That's just not a good sign, Jerome. Not a good sign at all. I think, you know, to AK Sheck's point too, Jerome, is what's maybe really frustrating is the fact that they did sort of look like maybe they could just roll into this game after winning the 2 games, you know, feeling like they were probably confident that didn't maybe take much to try to beat this Forest team. They were even sort of asked questions like that, you know, oh, you're off to like a good groove here. Like, surely, you know, you can pick up another one against Forest. Thomas Frank sort of said, he said this game won't be easy. It seemed like the players seemed to think that this game would be easy, that they'd just be able to sort of rock up and be able to just, I don't know, blow past this Forest team. But they couldn't even find a way to string 2 passes together after 90 minutes, let alone create a chance. It was terrible to watch, Jerome. I think, seriously, the worst performance from all the individual players. Like, everyone had probably one of the worst performances we've seen from them all season. From Porro to Kudus to Richarlison, Simmons, easily his worst performance. If I'm going to be honest, he got worse and worse and worse. And then the same thing to be said about pretty much everybody else in the team.
But the thing is, these are going to keep happening unless there starts being accountability. As soon as we lose a game, everyone inwards is pointing outwards, blaming everyone else but themselves, until they actually start looking at themselves and addressing themselves honestly and stop looking for the blame. Because that's all we've seen all season long. That's what we even seen under Ange Postecoglou. Manager and players looking to blame everyone else bar them. Until there's fucking pure accountability inside and honest conversations, this shit will keep happening.
Yeah. Sean Brown saying, I just dropped in just to say F this shit. Players didn't want this game because they don't want to walk past the supporters. When will they act like true professionals?
Yeah. They want to go hiding.
William Webb saying no one will even turn up for the next home game. We'll have to see a completely opposite performance. To get behind this team now, like, we have to see a completely polar opposite performance. Like, we need to actually see a lot to get behind in the next performance if we're going to have any sort of aspirations this season.
Yeah.
Coastal Cruise saying something very wrong with the mentality within Hotspur way. These players don't want to show up and complete to a Premier League standard every week. Yeah, they just seem to turn it on and turn it off, really. Dropkick Your Teacher saying, no other way to describe, just lost it. No other way to describe that unacceptable. 2-0 down and make defensive subs and didn't even put on the best one we have. Kept Richarlison on for F's sake. It was a crime probably to keep Richarlison on, to be fair. Richarlison, it's a competition for who was worse between Xavi Simons, Richarlison, and Kudus, but I do feel like Richarlison might have been the worst. After seeing that touch that he had, where it was played perfectly into his path, no Forest player even near him, and he somehow, with his first touch, hit it 20 yards in front of him, straight to the Forest defender, when the Forest defender was backing off of him, was letting him receive the ball in stride, and he somehow balloons it off of himself 20 yards. It's just, at that stage, even if you felt like you want to keep Richie on just as a goal threat, just take him off, because he's clearly just useless at that point. The guy can't even bring down a simple pass. It wasn't even in the air. It was on the floor, right into his pathway, in stride, running forwards, and he hits it that far in front of him. Just take him off at that stage. Artist G, but fair, I don't know. Like, he went with the right lineup to begin with, Thomas Frank, and I think the game was going so poorly. Like, it was probably hard for him to really grasp, like, who do I take off? Like, everyone's having a stinker. Like, Jed Spence, I know that it was probably crazy to bring off Ben Davis, but that was Jed Spence's maybe worst performance this season, Dave, I'd say. Like, terrible defensively, terrible going forward. Like, I feel like if Frank had the option, he probably would have taken everyone off.
But it's where I get annoyed with Jed Spence, though, Jack, is he's been overlooked by multiple managers. You know, he's 24 years of age and he's sort of playing a backup role for left and right, you know, which it's not bad. But you got a World Cup on the horizon. You're 24. When do you want to kick on and become that first team player and really maximize the most out of your ability that you actually have? And that comes by having a bit of fucking motivation. And I just think Jed Spence lacks that to a certain degree. And, real opportunity for him today to put his hands up and, grab it and put in a good run, a consistent performance, because that's what it's going to take to get down to get a first team spot. And he let himself down massively today. And the fact that when the Doji comes back and he slotted right back in, off the bias of today, Jed Spence can't have any arguments about it. When it comes to taking off Archie Gray, I actually think he done the right thing by the kid. The fact that Macario fucked him over for the first goal and then the yellow card. If he got a red card, it would have all been about Archie Gray today. And I think he actually done the right thing in protecting the kid and taking him off and sort of trying to detach him as much as he can for the rest of the shit show that was about to unfold. Bentancur, you could have made the argument. He could have kept on. Did he need to make a sub there? But to be honest, anyone could have come off. The Ben Davies one, the guy's finished at this level. It's just token gestures now at this moment in time. Could have brought on Danzo, put Mickey Van de Ven out left back. At least if we're not going to be able to create chances from open play, at least give us the option of that long throw. Didn't do that. Maybe that is something you could pull Frank out about today. And the fact that he should have took off one of them forward players and at least try to bring on a player and at least try to get something going, and he didn't. That is something you can pull him out for. But in general, he's been let down massively by this group of players today. Massively.
And I think in response to Dropkick Your Teacher's comment there, Q7, big up Q7 says, as much as I agree with this from Artist T, in all honesty, no matter who came on, we would have needed God to change this performance. Yeah, we would have needed divine intervention. King Hoddle saying Kudus was walking about like it was a gentle afternoon stroll. Simmons misplaced over 1,000 passes. Poro could not even pass it 5 yards properly. Spence was a loose cannon. What have I just watched? I completely agree with all of that from King Hoddle. Like Poro and Kudus, between them, like it was terrible, absolutely shocking to watch. It was disgraceful, really, from them. It's probably the word that's been missing, really. Disgraceful is probably even putting it generously. Keith Edwards saying, attack the ball and close down is the basics of football, whatever the tactics are. There were times, though, too, like Keith, like where, again, like there are 3 Spurs players to play it to, all open, all making a run near the penalty area as well. And we find a way to just give it straight to a Forest player that's like 7 yards away. That's like not even closing him down. There were times when we had 3-on-1s, in and around the penalty area just to create a nice little slippage or create a nice 1-2 or play someone in behind into the box. And we somehow give it away there. And then all of a sudden we're running back towards our own goal. The giveaways in this game and the turnovers in this game, some of the worst I've seen all season. I think we couldn't do any of the basics of football this game. There were times, too, where we had opportunities to shoot and we're taking 4 or 5 touches when it's just obvious you just have to have a crack on goal. Really, really terrible.
And look, I do understand what Keith Edwards' point is. In large this season, I think, what you're seeing now is the chopping and changing in formation, the chopping and changing in personnel, the chopping and changing in the style of play is sort of coming back to bite us now. We can't find any sort of realm of consistency. We can't seem to turn a corner. And I think, everything, all the chopping and changing up to this point, is sort of coming back to bite us to a large degree. The fact that now you're looking for a run of consistency, no one's really got that built up in terms of being out together in a consistent formation and stuff like that. So I do understand what you're saying. I think, because let's be honest, it's only the last 2 games where he switched it up. It's not like we've seen a long sample size of this. And I think we're at the point now where the constant tweaking and chopping and changing and everything else is coming back to bite you to a large degree.
Yeah.
And look, his tactics have been questioned, for large parts of this season. But again, today, Keith, I just don't think is the right day to highlight Thomas Frank. I think there's been many of other better games we could have done that this season. I think today is the day to highlight to these players that you have nowhere to hide today. That is not acceptable.
That's the way to put it, really, right? Is that there are plenty of other days where you definitely put the pressure on Thomas Frank, and then the players maybe get a bit of an excuse. Today's the day where the players deserve absolutely no excuse and should not be,
they just don't need to be given anywhere to hide today.
Yeah,
we shouldn't.
Darren saying, I wish the players could just tell me they weren't going to show up today. I could have spent my 90 minutes doing something else. Seriously, man. Absolutely right. Seriously. Especially you would think like today, like, off of the back of the 2 recent performances, for them to play this badly, like, that's what's also crazy. Like, this easily was some of the worst individual performances we've seen from them all season, off of the back of 2 pretty convincing wins as well, which is like, again, just this club at times, man, just makes you rattled.
You
Appreciate the
wouldn't think
support,
it's the
T.
season to be jolly, would you?
No, definitely not jolly season. Paul Van Ben saying Kinski in. Like, man, this is probably like Vicario's. I'm trying to think, like, in terms of games where Vicario really was, put under the microscope. This might actually be his worst one, because there were some sketchy moments from him where he didn't necessarily save it too convincingly. And then the 2 goals that went in, I mean, Davis pretty much put the majority of the first goal on him. Yes, you could attribute some blame to Archie Gray, but Davis, put it more on Vicario because he just has the whole field in front of him. He has the whole pitch in front of him. He knows he has other options than to play it into Archie Gray when he has Sangare bearing down on him. And then the second goal, I just don't know how he just got dunked on. I don't know how on earth he's let that in. Hudson-Odoi should not be scoring from that angle at all. I know it's a cross and it's hit with some real fizz and power, but Vicario is just off of his line, not in the right position. And then he doesn't really seem, for whatever reason, to be able to spring up as high as you normally would expect him to be able to just palm that over the bar. He just caught way off guard. It was similar, I think, to the Ayari goal that Brighton had, but I think in Ayari's case, I think he actually meant to shoot it. I don't think he meant to cross it. Whereas in Hudson-Odoi's case, he definitely didn't mean to shoot that. And you should never really, no matter how good the effort is, you really should not be getting scored on from that sort of type of angle and that sort of type of distance. Really, it's usually on the keeper in that
The thing
situation.
is,
He just can't
Kinski,
hide today. He can't hide today, Vicario,
no,
unfortunately.
he can't. And look, look, you go back to Fulham, stupid mistake in possession, and that's why I would urge fans not to target Archie Gray for that goal and actually target Vicario. He's shown this season alone, let alone last season, and that he has this in him. But look, we can sit here and scream for Kinski. He's not the answer. He proved that last year when he came in for games. Shot stopping at this level, he's just not cut out for it. And the fact that he didn't play against Copenhagen or Slavia Prague, I think suggests that, he's just not cut out for it. And there was reports that came out 2 international breaks ago saying that Spurs are concerned by his regression behind the scenes. And, you look back at it and you look like Keeley is doing well at Luton now and stuff. We made the wrong decision, by bringing in Kinski and not trusting Josh Keeley, who was, had a brilliant season the season before at Leyton Orient and stuff like that. And, to be honest with you, we could sit here and say, we got to give Kinski a shot. We done that last year and it didn't work. It got worse. Yeah. It's just not the answer. We just need the transfer market badly. Badly.
Alpesh Patel saying, Dave and Jack, ask yourselves, have the players down tools off of the back of 2 wins, like, especially in the manner in which they were playing, where they were showing effort and they were, like, clearly battling. It's hard to say whether they were downing tools in this game, but it did look like after, like, I think Dave said around, like, 60th minute, 70th minute, heads were definitely dropping around at that point. They just knew that they weren't getting back into this game. They just knew that they'd been well defeated and that they weren't going to turn things around. Overpaid, overpampered, no desire, says Colin.
I swear. Because today seems like an ideal opportunity to let them go to Ali Pali tonight, Monday off. Sort of. If I see any of them at the fucking darts while we're in this shit, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. And we can sit here and say they're allowed a day off, they're allowed free time. Yeah, inside, behind closed doors, with your family. Your houses are big enough to stage whatever you want inside, or the football club's rich enough to send you off.
Watch the Ali Pali at home.
Yeah. Or the football club is rich enough to send you off to a country behind closed doors and have a big piss up there if that's what you want to do. If these players dare front themselves and end up at Ali Pali this week while we're in the fucking mire, I want them out of this football club and I don't care who they are. It just sends off the wrong image and everything else. I don't want to see it this week. And it just makes me worry because Thomas Frank was asked about it in the pre-game, which makes me think there is a night out organised. And it better be fucking cancelled.
I really hope not. Just for even Dave's sake, I think it wouldn't be good for Dave's heart rate. Vicario's future could be in jeopardy after this game, says Ed Sweeting. Yeah, I think this is probably the biggest one. And I think this season, what's concerning is that he's had more mistakes this season than he ever did last season or in his first season. And we're not even, like, we're a little over a third or, a quarter way through this season. He's already had more mistakes than I feel like he's ever had in any other season, really. That's, like, the other concerning bit. And we're supposed to be more defensively solid. We're supposed to be, in theory. And he's having more defensive mistakes and more issues than he's ever had before when we were playing a far more attacking system.
Oh, the thoughts of these players like Ali Pally nearly choked me to death there. Fuck.
I knew it would be bad for Dave's health. Take care of yourself, Dave. Don't get too fessed up with the Ali Pally. I think we've absolutely killed Dave off after the Ali Pally mentions. I'm just looking for any other comments here as we're kind of wrapping up. Put these players in a hall to watch this and make their self-assessment, see for themselves now how awful they were. I mean, yeah, this is one where they absolutely have to watch back to this performance and just see how terrible they were. Like some of the times when they gave it away, man, like seriously, like I'm talking like 3 Spurs players around them, all available, all open, and they still find a way to give it away. Like we mentioned earlier, I mean, saying stringing 2 passes together, they couldn't even string 1 pass together for huge periods of this game. It was absolutely disgraceful. But I think we'll sort of wrap it up there, everybody. I think we've taken a lot of the comments, and to be honest, it's hard to even know when it's really that bad individually. It's hard to go that deep into tactics, or it's hard to go that deep into sort of patterns of play or anything like that. We couldn't even make one pattern. We couldn't even make one simple passage. Like we wouldn't have any decent spell this game at all whatsoever. So that's where it's kind of hard to go much deeper, if you know what I mean. I think there were other games where we were able to, where we were kind of able to talk about the tactics were wrong here, the setup was wrong here, personnel was wrong here. Doesn't really feel like that today. It feels actually quite simple. Just they were absolutely atrocious.
Honestly, it's that bad today. I don't even think there's any point of even doing a Twitter reaction or a match reaction. I think we're better off just getting onto the fan show tomorrow and letting people have their say to dissect this, because there's nothing more I can think of asking you, especially Jack, what we haven't covered here today. Like you said, it's not like you can pull out the starting lineup, or you can say he's got it wrong here, or you can say, look, this player underperformed, or, the tactics were wrong and here's why. It's literally just every player just left their legs on the bus today.
Yeah.
What more can you say? It's going to be the shortest video in the world. It's just, my head is absolutely gone after today. It's gone. I've never seen a football team so bad in my life. Like, we had bad games last year.
Yeah,
this is worse. We couldn't even.
Yeah, so I did feel worse.
This isn't even the manager related or anything. It was just the worst performance I've seen in a long, long time. Not one player looked like having a half decent game today. Even Mickey Van de Ven was off. He had a simple pass to Jed Spence, undercooks it. You know what I mean? It's just that everybody from 1 to 11, it was that poor, and it's just, I don't even know what to say after this. There's nothing I can really critique bar the players. That's it.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel as deep as compared to some of the other losses where you really could go deep into it and kind of pick out the nuances. This one just feels pretty simple. They were absolutely disgraceful and absolutely shit.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, we'll see you next time. We'll see what else we can put out, but tomorrow will be a fan show. And then, yeah, luckily, maybe even though it's been nice to be playing kind of a lot of games, this is kind of one of those performances where it is probably good that we get to wait a little bit until the next one against Liverpool, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Hopefully you can enjoy the rest of your weekends, whatever left you have of it. I'd say go on a nice long walk, grab yourself a coffee, grab yourself 20 beers, whatever it is, to sort of take your mind off of it. Watch a different sport, or maybe watch football, because we weren't watching football today. We were watching absolutely just, I don't even know what was on display today. Really didn't even feel like rugby. Didn't even feel like there was a ball that they were using. That's how bad it was. They couldn't even get onto the ball. But we'll see you next time, everybody. Come on, you Spurs, as always, and appreciate the support from many people. Thanks for sending in your thoughts. Thanks for giving us stuff to talk about, because this was one of those games where, like we said, it felt pretty simple. They were just absolutely turgid today. But thanks for all the support from a lot of you guys. Really generous.
Yeah, I really appreciate all you guys showing up. And if only the squad could show half the consistency you guys do, we'd actually go somewhere. So I really appreciate and to be honest with you, I more appreciate you for not bailing on us during that and sticking through the shit with us. Really, really appreciate it. That's not an easy thing to do, and stuff like that. Because to be honest with you, if I wasn't out here doing watch-alongs, even though I'd still watch the game at home, I'd just rip everything else off. I just want to die and stuff. So I really appreciate every single one of you sticking through it with us. And over to the fan show tomorrow and let everyone else sort of discuss the fallout, because my head is gone after today. Gone. Thank you, guys.
See you next time, everybody.